Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh, yeah, good morning and welcome to your Prequen. We are Klein Alley Show. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Klein. That's Allie right there.
Good morning.
We got DJ Omar Khan, known as the Audio Sniper, Jake the Nerd. And in the back room, taking them calls early, often. 800-520-1067. You got Postmaster Johnny and Vanessa, who apparently has a brain bleed. Enjoy her while you can. We're not exactly sure what's going on, but after the show yesterday, she decided she's going to go call a doctor because she thinks she is slowly deteriorating.
Is she really?
Oh, yeah. She's freaked out.
She's getting worried about it. You know what I actually just learned before we started was that Vanessa had to repeat a grade.
And that's very common for people that come to this country. They have to repeat for some reason.
I repeated grade and I was born here.
Well, that's just Jake. That's not Jake. That's not
I feel like everyone on the show repeated grade. Hold on, Johnny, did you repeat a grade? You must have as well. Had to have.
No, this all makes sense now why Jake and Vanessa are the way they are, though.
Okay, excuse me.
Hold on, Johnny.
Everyone, please, I need people that are from other countries to call and say if you repeated a grade.
Nobody else has done that,
Yes,
bro.
It's funny because she was like, I had to repeat the 4th grade, not because I'm dumb. And I was like, why did you have to say it like that? Did they tell you that?
Because I know what you guys are thinking.
Vanessa,
and it's not
how
okay.
many times did you repeat the 4th grade? 6?
Just twice.
Oh, just twice. Okay. Well, that's acceptable.
It's crazy. It's always 3rd grade or 4th grade. In my school, everybody flunked the 3rd grade, too. And the 4th.
I didn't flunk.
But, Johnny,
Are you saying, Johnny, you were the scholar of your 3rd grade
I'm not
class?
saying I didn't repeat a grade, though.
It's also put out Johnny was homeschooled, so he was the only one there. Wait, Johnny, I thought you graduated college twice.
No, I went to 2 different colleges, and I graduated at each of them. I got an AA, and then I got a BA.
Right.
Are you just saying your grades?
No, I wish. No,
Those are your degrees. So you have a BA and an AA?
Yes.
The very smart show you're listening to right now. I mean, think of all the schooling we've done. If you add all the grades we've done more than once. Jake, which grade did you repeat?
5th grade.
Oh, man.
That's an important one, I think. Did they say why?
I'm sure they did, but I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, great.
Maybe that was the problem.
Well, anyway, it's an educational program. Hey, this morning, Rock and roll legend Tom Morello, Rage Against the Machine, will be in the KROQ studios. That is very, very exciting.
It's hard to find anybody.
Maybe I can play my clarinet with him.
Oh, great.
Omar,
he always brings us a guitar. Yeah.
I don't know which musical performance I'm more looking forward to today, to be honest. You will be playing the clarinet. Tom Morello will be here. There's new Rage music, Allie. Well, not new Rage music, new Tom Morello solo music that he actually performs with his son. Here's a sampling.
Klein's kids hate him.
No.
Klein's kids hate him.
That's not Tom.
Klein's kids hate him because he's a bad dad.
It's not okay.
I'll kiss you, bro.
Klein's kids hate him.
Fat boy.
Klein's kids hate him.
Yeah!
Klein's kids hate him because he's a bad dad.
What?
Want this on your radio? I do not want to do the same on your radio. You are crazy, Dad.
That's not Tom Morello.
Tom Morello and his son wrote that.
That's a beautiful song. God, I feel really bad about myself after hearing that song.
You hear your children's souls just get crushed, man, destroyed.
But
I
also
love
you
it.
can hear their disappointment in their own father.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that is important to capture that in song form. So anyway, that's we'll a big show planned for you today. Also get you into Coachella, get you some sweet lift tickets to join us tomorrow for Ditch Day. Let's kick it all off right now with some Blink. Happy Thursday, KROQ. Show. Don't look at the text line, Vanessa. A lot of people checking in saying that they graduated earlier on time and they're identifying as Mexican. Different people that moved to this country that
ESL
said,
students.
I actually got to skip a grade. So a lot of people saying they did not also get forced to repeat the fourth grade like you did.
Okay.
But listen,
Well, no, 562 said I'm from Mexico and I repeated the fourth grade and my sister too.
but I was in the Turtle reading group for like 6 years in a row. So that's more shameful than any of that because I was actually going to the next grade, but I would still have to leave the class and go to a reading group with younger kids.
I think that's sadder.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's the saddest. And they would try to not make it sound. They would even spell turtle because I knew I couldn't spell it. They'd be like, time for him to go to the TRTTLE.
That's not
I
how
had
you
to
say
go
it.
to a special class.
Whatever it was.
I had to go to a special class to learn how to make friends.
You did?
Yeah. All like autistic kids and stuff.
No way.
I swear to God.
Did you maybe consider that you were also one of those autistic kids?
What are you talking about?
Jake, some of
You
them.
were in a group of autistic kids.
Yeah, you're one of them, dude.
And I had to go to a special class because I had a speech impediment.
You did?
You got the audio of that?
Huh?
You got the audio of that?
No. I think it's this show every day.
Why didn't you get audio when you were 5th grade? So, what was your speech impediment?
I used to just slur my words a lot.
I thought it was boring.
Or just, not really try.
He must have an impediment. No one cares about what he's saying.
Every topic he brings up is just so incredibly boring.
Yeah, that's what it was. It wasn't a mushmelon.
His words are fine, but
interesting.
boy, well, this guy wants to be your friend on the goal line.
Hey, just wanted to follow up on that girl who said that her boyfriend thinks Jake is cool. I also think Jake is cool. In fact, I think he's so cool that were the opportunity to present itself, I would totally be his friend. But I wouldn't hang out with him or anything because, even though I live in L.A. and he lives in L.A., it's probably too far.
Yep.
But yeah, Jake's cool. Jake Shack. Woo!
All right, so there's a guy that wants to be your friend. Hold on, this is one of the kids that Jake hangs out with at the special school. Here we go.
Hi, Klein and Allie. I listen to your show in the morning when I go to school, and I love you guys. Sweet babies.
Oh,
yeah, he's a good kid.
There you go. That's
Jake would say, Shri
sizzle. It's probably just sweat, more sweat. He's got so much sweat, it's like dripping through his mouth, too.
Yeah, wow.
If you'd like $100 of easy money, great way to start your day, put you in a good mood. They always say, these experts that say if you want to have a great day, successful day, you start with an easy task right out of the gate, like make your bed or put on your shoes or put your pants on forwards. This is a great way. You beat Allie, win $100 before 6:30 a.m. You're basically setting yourself up for guaranteed victory all day long.
And we're also giving you a little time now to just do a little crash course. Just go through your phone. Study up.
These headlines are pretty simple, and if you get more right than she does, she gives you $100. Plus, we'll throw in 3-day passes for Creep by Econ, happening all weekend, Ontario Convention Center. Jake the Nerd will be there with his special group if you want to stop by and say hi to Jake. And if you'd like to get in on this, call now 800-520-1067. We will give you your shot at Allie's $100. Little Allie knows the news action after this.
Coachella might be one of the most iconic music festivals in the world.
All right, music festival goers, the Coachella lineup is here.
Let's talk about Coachella. This is going to be epic.
The Coachella lineup has just been announced. Headliners are Lady Gaga, Green Day, and Post Malone.
All week on KROQ. Win a pair of 3-day passes to Coachella. April 11th through 13th and 18th through 20th. Empire Polo Club in Dio. Featuring.
Hey, this is Billy Joe from Green Day.
Green Day, Post Malone, Lady Gaga, Megan Thee Stallion, Travis Scott, Jimmy Eat World. The Prodigy, The Original Misfits, The Beaches, Biba Doobie, Joe, Basement Jack, and tons more. Listen at 9, noon, 3, and 6 to win your way in with 3-day passes to Coachella.
World Famous KROQ
On the World Famous KROQ.
KROQ.
Summer travel season is here, and perhaps you've gone through TSA before and thought to yourself, what happens with all the stuff that they take out of my bag? Do they keep it? Do they chug all this water later? If you leave something and they, your sunglasses, for instance, and then next time you go to the airport, you're like, hey, that guy's wearing cool sunglasses. Did he get those from a forgetful traveler?
Those are my aviators.
What percentage of things being checked through airport security are dildos? I mean, these are all questions we all have, and we finally have people on that will answer them. The return of the AMA, this time with TSA employees. Quite a few on the phone to pick from, including Chase, who's been working. Chase, how long have you been a TSA employee?
5 years.
And what does that make do you have a title, or are you just standard run-of-the-mill TSA x-ray guy or greeter? How does that work?
No, I am a lead officer here at TSA. So
Okay.
I'm a little above the original officer status.
So when you're the guy that has to tell the people, hey, why don't you finish those bags and then go take lunch?
Basically, yes.
Okay. But you also get first dibs at whatever you take out of people's bags?
No, not exactly.
All right, we'll get to questions. We got questions for you. Hold on one second. Also on our phone right now, this is actually a listener of ours, believe it or not. Hey, Lily, you listen to this show regularly, huh?
On every morning when I'm on the 405.
Wow, and you are a TSA employee as well?
I'm a former
employee. Former employee. Oh, so you could spill all sorts of tea, huh?
How did that end?
I parted ways with the agency. I went to a better opportunity.
Right. So do you have to give back your sweater with the eagle on it?
I had to give everything back. I can't walk around with that during Halloween, you know?
Yeah, it's too bad. I feel like you got that sweet sweater with the eagle. You know the Eagle, Allie. Everyone believes the Eagle.
You do.
All right. Chase, we're going to rapid-fire questions. If you have questions you've always wanted to know from TSA employees, we got Lily at our disposal. We got Chase here. We will get to all your questions. 800-520-1067 for this AMA with the TSA. Allie, give them question number 1.
All right. What is the worst station to work at? Is it X-ray machine? Is it the person that tests all the bags that get pulled aside? Where does it rank?
Is Chase going first?
Yep.
All right. The worst station that I believe to work at is the station where people have to step on the footprints and then put their hands up. It's called the AIT machine. One, because people don't listen to directions. They don't know how to take every single thing that's out their pocket. It's not a metal detector. It's a body scanner. So we need everything out of your pockets. We just need whatever is going to be on your person. So just clothes.
Hey, but I thought that those machines, there's an issue that the pictures are too good and you can see people's genitals.
Yeah, wouldn't that make it the best station?
No, it's not an X-ray. It doesn't let us see through people's clothes.
Hold on, that's what you say, but you still work at TSA. Let's now talk to a former TSA employee and figure out if that's true. Lily, can you see my junk and when I stand in that thing and hold my hands like I'm doing big moose ears?
Klein, unfortunately, I would not be able to see your junk if I was to be an operator still.
Because it's too small.
No, sir.
Thank you. Is that because you aren't zoomed in enough? Is that the issue? All right, fine. They agree on that one. Chase, question number 2. It's an AMA with the TSA. Any questions you've ever wondered? A lot of people asking about, will you take their weed? Are you looking for the weed? I thought all of the dogs that used to smell for weed have now moved on to high schools and stuff, and they use only dogs to smell for bombs. But if you do see someone's got a bag of weed in there, are you going to take it, Chase? Or are you going to let it go through?
No, we do confiscate it if we do come across it. That's not where we're looking for it specifically, though.
What about CBD and edibles? Those questions were coming through a lot. There's like 70 questions about weed.
It's a little complicated when it comes to like the more medical, weed and everything. But if we do see it, we have to, escalate it up to the next supervisor.
Right, but like gummies, you can't really tell. You're just seeing a gummy.
No. If it's like anything in like an edible form, it's just mostly like we just see it as food. So we wouldn't really be able to tell, honestly.
But when weed does get taken and you're like, man, we got a nice score here, because sometimes the bag's got a real smell coming off and you can tell this has got weed in here. Do you guys save that for an end-of-year TSA party, or how does that work?
No, it all gets confiscated and taken into someplace else that doesn't get used by any of the officers here.
310, have you ever seen somebody that worked at TSA take something and pocket it after they confiscated it?
Oh, yes, 100%.
What kind of things do they take?
Money. They've taken, more like expensive items that, a passenger may have had, something that they think that they need or that they want.
Yeah, sometimes they'd be like, hey, take that wallet out and put that in the dog dish as well. I don't know why they still use those doggy water bowls for this. You ever do that, Lily? You ever take anything or see anyone take something?
No, sir. Then I'd lose my job. As much as I didn't like working there, I liked the paycheck.
Lily, what percentage of times do you see sex toys in the bags?
Oh, 90% of the time.
90% of the time? Come on, you're telling me 90% of
all those families ahead of me in line, they all have dildos?
It's all dildos?
Yes, sir.
And you can see what those are. There's no way to hide that, wrap that in a sock. You still see what it is. You can always tell that's a dildo?
Through the X-ray, we could see that.
And do you ever have a code that you say to other TSA employees if there's something worth checking out? Like, you obviously can't say, look at this giant dildo, but do you ever say something like, the bird has landed?
It's an eye. The look that we give each other while you're on the X-ray. It's like...
I always thought that was someone's smells. Hey, Chase, do you confirm that is true? 90% of bags have dildos?
Yes, and I don't understand why, because what are you going to do? Use it on a plane? Like, put it in your checked luggage. Why are you bringing it in your personal bag?
It's really not...
Because we have to pay for checked luggage.
Yeah. Allie's dildo weighs over 50 pounds.
All right.
So she don't want to pay extra for that. You understand?
323 has a question that we have always all wondered. Are the TSA agents always in a bad mood naturally, or are they just appearing tough? What is with the TSA scowl?
Most of the bad moods come from people not being able to listen to simple directions. Mm-hmm. And... just, I guess the schedules that they work, it all varies when it comes to any of the officers that are here.
You would agree, though, Chase, that the general public is dumb, correct?
it does seem that when they enter through the airport doors, common sense goes all out the window.
Yeah.
Does it annoy you more when people try to make you in a better mood, by cracking jokes or being personable, or do you appreciate that?
We appreciate it for the most part. Sometimes when they're too corny, it's like, okay, we get you're trying too hard, like get out of our face.
And is there ever a time, and I'll ask this to Lily first, but Lily, is there ever a time when you were working TSA that you knew someone had something that was, quote, not allowed, but you said, I'm going to let this slide? Now, I'm not saying a gun necessarily or a knife, but, maybe you're like, that person's got
I like you, so this grenade can go
This
ahead.
grenade's flying with you today. But maybe there's a bot. Yeah, they got a half a Coke Zero they didn't finish. I'll let them bring it on the plane and don't make them buy another one. Do you ever just let that slide, or?
Unfortunately, I did not, Klein. I'll be real with you. I was one of those sticklers.
Could stand between you and instant wealth, and that's what it's all about on the show. You manifest your win, you make it happen. Allie's here to stand in your way. Even though it's her money, she is the enemy in this game. Allie knows the news because we're all rooting for the player, and nothing's more fun than paying the people.
Yes.
We'll pay you all show long with tickets and Coachella and lift tickets and everything else, but to win $100 at 6:20 in the morning on a Thursday, it's nothing sweeter.
You must get past this broad-shouldered lesbian.
That's right. And listen to this theme song to put her in a good mood.
Allie's Harry Beaver has herpes, and now she has the blues. Let's find out if Allie knows the news.
Thanks.
Sweet dibbits, and I'm boned up.
All right, thank you. Don't you always regret sharing stuff that you share on the show after you hear those stories turned into songs like that?
Only 100% of the time.
Yeah, every time. I mean, we'd both be better off just sitting here and saying nothing.
Yeah, and then you're like, you know what? I'll just share parts of my life. It's probably relatable to somebody. And then everyone just goes, Harry Beaver.
Yeah,
no need to have the blues. It's time for Allie Knows the News, and we're gonna have a really great day.
There's a different song.
Okay.
That's Pantyhose Greg joining in.
Pantyhose Greg.
All right, let's say hi to Evelyn listening to KROQ this morning. Evelyn, give you the shot at Allie's $100. You ready to go?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Love you.
Good morning. Love you as well. Thank you for listening to the show, waking up. You know how it goes. Allie's going to sequester herself, leaving the studio. If you don't believe me, you can check us out on YouTube as we speak, streaming live right now on KROQ's YouTube page. She's wearing some sort of like a midriff belly shirt sweater. It's a look I've never seen before. They never put this on display at the mannequins. What is it?
She needs to sequester.
She is going to sequester. Thank you for that. Sequester that outfit deep in the closet is what you should do. All right, let's get into it. Your round of Allie Knows the News starts right now. Hit it.
Allie Knows the News.
A commercial airline flight, American Airlines jet, collided with what outside of an airport in Washington, D.C.?
That was a Black Hawk military helicopter.
Go to question number 2. This artist has dropped out of tonight's Fire Aid performance because of an illness in their family. Which artist has had to pull out of that show?
Oh, no. Katy Perry.
Question number 3. This iconic band is now releasing their own line of Crocs, officially making them a sellout. Which band is releasing their own line of Crocs? Need an answer. What?
Can I get a hint?
Nope. No hints.
Let's say Blink-182.
Question number 4. More than half of Americans feel that this upcoming day of the calendar should be a national holiday, even though it currently is not. What day do more than 50% of Americans feel should be a national holiday?
Super Bowl Sunday.
And finally, speaking of Super Bowl, the current cost for a commercial to air during the Super Bowl is how many millions of dollars per 30 seconds?
I think 12 million.
12 million. All right, let's bring Allie in. We'll score it together, see how you do. Once again, if you're up for the challenge and you didn't make it through today, fear not. You get another shot to play tomorrow, and tomorrow's a Pick Your Poison Friday. You can battle anyone on the show, including myself, Postmaster Johnny, Vanessa, who did the 4th grade multiple times, Jake, who's in a special group, or Allie, if you want to keep it traditional. Here we go. Question number 1. Allie, you're battling Evelyn in Norwalk. Here we go.
Okay.
A commercial airline, American Airlines flight, collided with what outside of National Airport in Washington, D.C.?
That was a crazy video. The military helicopter.
Yeah, that's right. It was a Cheapo, military Cheapo, Black Hawk, I believe. Once again, it seems like this is happening a lot more frequently now. I don't know what's going on in air. Didn't your dad used to do air traffic control? Your stepdad?
No, he was the baggage cart manager.
Oh,
equally important.
No, not at all. I thought you told me that he
was ramp service.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
And then he managed the people that drove those little carts around.
Everyone
Very
gets
important
Oh,
stuff.
so he was like ground traffic control. He was cart traffic control.
Yeah, like when he had a bad day, a dog died.
Oh, got it. That's terrible. I got a question number 2. Both of you get the point. Question 2. This artist has dropped out of Fire Aid tonight because of an illness in the family.
Where are you going, Dave Matthews?
Allie mushed her favorite of all of the artists that are performing. That's Allie's favorite, Dave Matthews, and he will no longer be a part of Fire Aid tonight. So she got that right. Unfortunately for Evelyn, Evelyn did not. So Allie goes up 2-1. Go to question number 3. This iconic band has just released their own line of Crocs, officially making them sellouts. Which band is now have their own line of Crocs? Korn is a good guess. She said Blink-182.
I feel like Korn does a lot of collabs.
When I tell you the answer, I think everyone will be equally shocked. The Beatles. The Beatles.
Isn't there only like one of them left?
Well, someone's got the rights to their, images or whatever, and so they're doing officially Beatles Crocs now. So I don't know.
For who? Who wants to buy those?
Good question.
Sell out.
Yeah, I feel like
sellouts.
I feel like Yoko's behind this move somehow, right? Who's with me? We go to question number 4. Allie's still up by 1. More than half of Americans feel that this upcoming day should be a national holiday.
Oh, Super Bowl, the day after the Super Bowl.
Okay, it's interesting. She said Super Bowl Sunday. She was so close. But yes, more than half of Americans do feel the Monday after the Super Bowl should absolutely be a national holiday. It's something we talk about every year around this time, yet it hasn't been changed. If anyone could do it, it would be Trump because he's all about just signing stuff. You know what I mean?
You got a pen, just do it.
Yeah, he's got his pen out. He's signing everything.
So just signing.
Slide that while he's taking us out of all of the World Health Organization stuff. Why don't you quickly sign a quick Monday after the Super Bowl?
Give us a day. You're taking other days away.
Allie gets the point. And we go to this final question. Speaking of Super Bowl, how many millions of dollars does a 30-second commercial cost during the Super Bowl that we'll be seeing on next Sunday?
Yes, I just pulled this for an ADD News, and it's, I believe, $8 million for 30
seconds. She said $12 million. That's crazy, but the correct number is $8 million. Get you 30 seconds. Well, Evelyn, you played okay, but Allie still beat you, and what must you shamefully admit over the airwaves of KROQ?
My name is Evelyn, and this is embarrassing, but Allie knows the news.
Okay, that's okay.
You know it's going well when you're feeling embarrassed.
That whole speech I gave about start your day with a win, and it's going to make you feel great. You'll conquer the day.
That's the opposite of that.
It's had the exact opposite effect on Evelyn. But sorry about that, and hopefully tomorrow you'll get an opportunity to, call, play, and win. Pantyhose Greg apparently did a open mic night yesterday, doing comedy.
Oh, poor Mike.
Poor Mike. He's on our phone. We'll talk to him next. They rock. Klein Alley Show. You think about this show, technically some people think it's funny. We just saw some research that they did on our show recently, and they like to pull us in. It's one of the biggest kicks to the junk every month when they make us gather around the computer and show us the most recent research about the show. And they go, these people hate you and these people like you, but the number one word that's used to describe your show is who. And that is continued. No, thank you. For a while, the number one word was who. But they found in the latest batch of, quote, research, where I don't even know how they do this. I guess they call, random people all over Southern California, and they ask them if they listen to KROQ or know what it is. And if they say yes, then they get another question. The number one word that was used to describe this show, I think, was funny, which is terrible because we're trying to be doing a serious show.
Not interesting.
No, they didn't say interesting.
Extraordinary.
They didn't say compelling. They didn't say amazing, but they said
Best.
funny. And we actually rated better than any of the other shows on the radio. Take that, Seacrest. That as far as the passion and all that stuff. So that's great, and we really appreciate that. And it takes a while. I get it. We're an acquired taste. Maybe the reason the show is so funny is because on the show is Jake the Nerd, who moved to Los Angeles 2 decades ago with the dreams of being a stand-up comedian. Since then, he's been on stage 5 or less times, and we've heard some of his comedy, and it's okay. But then there's listeners of the show that like to, we're a big fan of incorporating all of you. I mean,
don't forget we've also had Vanessa do stand-up comedy.
We forced Vanessa to do stand-up as well.
I think her set went very well, and the guy that was giving her some notes said that she should continue to pursue stand-up comedy. She's got that it factor. But yes, there were less listeners that showed up that night, too, that were trying out their material, and it is something that seems easy but is very difficult.
Yeah, so when we were all surprised when we heard that our very own pantyhose Greg was going to try stand-up comedy here, just because you mentioned Vanessa, I want to play you a clip of her working on her stand-up.
Thank you for coming. I just flew in from Colombia and my arms are really tired. You want to know why? Because I just carried a bunch of cocaine. So yeah. What was the follow-up to that?
See? So she was crushing, obviously.
Was she wearing suspenders? Because I envisioned in my head when she's like, yep. She's like, she's pulling her suspenders.
And then she'll drink a sink of water and go, what else?
Yeah.
What else?
What else? What else? What else?
Right,
What else? Anyone here on a date? Here she is.
Hello, everyone. So, oh my God, I forgot it. Wait. So, we're from LA and there's a lot of traffic, right? Well, I'm from Colombia and there's a lot of traffic, kid. Thank you, Ali.
But for real, my
no. That's it. Thank you.
There was a lot of working on her routine, and she finally went up on stage and did it. And some people say it's one of the scariest things you can do is go up on stage in front of a bunch of strangers and try to make them laugh.
Yes, because when they don't laugh, you can feel that, oh my gosh, it is a thickness that you'll never experience until you're there in the room.
Pantyhose Greg, you did stand-up last night. Is that true?
Well, I was going to, but it's really cold to take 2 buses and be out in the cold. And I want to take a class first. I don't want to get up there and really suck,
You know, it's funny because Vanessa told us you were calling us all show long yesterday trying to promote that you were going to be doing stand-up. And then in the end, if we had even put you on the air, there would have been no stand-up.
Well, I would have gone if you put me on the air. I was trying to get on the air, I guess.
No, it seems like your passion's not there. If the only thing standing between you and following your comedy dreams is getting on a second bus, and you're like, nah, that's not worth it. It seems like, what did you do instead last night, other than chasing your dreams?
I got stoned.
Right.
All right. Fair enough.
There are a lot of stoned comedians that make very successful careers.
You guys, I really think I could be successful. There's something you guys like about me because I'm constantly on the radio with you guys.
Hey, let's hear some of that material.
Yeah, what were you going to do?
Here, hold on. Let me set him up. Go ahead. Pantyhose Greg, whenever you're ready, I know you probably had something worked out, so we'll give you an opportunity right now. I'm sure there's more people listening than would have been at your open mic show, but let's get one of the jokes out of the way now, see if you got a future.
Let's see. I have a joke. I don't know right now. Okay, I have a joke. I don't know how to, you know what, you guys, that's why I didn't want to do it last night, because I got to take a class. Why don't you guys help get me a class so I can learn?
You literally had nothing planned? There was not one joke you had planned?
I'm telling you, I have a lot of material. I'm not afraid to be in front of the audience, obviously.
Well, give us a taste of some of that material.
What's the material?
You have a lot of material. Give us one piece of material.
Oh, this is terrible. I'm bombing on KROQ. Oh, my God. No, I don't have any material. That's why I want to take a class.
He's down to no material.
Oh, my
What
God.
the hell?
You
Okay,
should
so-
just steal Vanessa's material.
Yeah, you want to use that traffic bit?
Vanessa's irritating. I love her so
Okay.
I just flew in Colombia, and boy, my arms died.
Pantyhose Greg, I am very disappointed because I thought that you were ready to go. You had a full routine on the ready, and I just wanted a little taste of it, but you have nothing on the ready. So the buses didn't really get in the way of you going to your stand-up. It was the fact that you have no stand-up.
It will be happening, though, because I'm going to take a class. I've got some money coming in, you know.
Hey, are you going to be using Pantyhose Greg as your name, or are you going to go by a different moniker?
Great question.
Pantyhose Greg is featured on the Klein and Alley show.
No.
Klein Alley Show correspondent,
No.
Pantyhose Greg. You
Please.
use it, honey. Go for it.
Do not use our name, please.
Our name won't get you anywhere.
Do
You'll
not.
see.
It's going to be a head writer. Hey, some guy that claims he's the head writer of the Klein Alley Show went up on stage in pantyhose and had no
That were
jokes.
called funny in a weekly call out.
Maybe you get someone to call in that will give me free classes.
No, okay. I'm done with him.
Right.
If you ever do stand-up, let us know. But I will quote the text line who says, I'm so over Greg.
Yeah.
That's the future big, bright comedy star, Pantyhose Greg on KROQ. Good morning. KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Ditch Day.
Tomorrow.
Let's go. See you there.
You need tickets? Call us now. Let's get you some lift tickets early so you can join us tomorrow. Get your excuse ready, open to the public. But, of course, if you win your way in, you get some lift tickets and join us VIP style with some food, etc. at Tommy's Bar. Be there tomorrow from 1 to 3. Love to hook you up right now with lift tickets at 800-520-1067. We got those throughout the show today. Got your Coachella tickets later in the show today. More Creep Econ passes. Omar's going to have his big live performance of his clarinet, which he's already given.
You guys want to do that?
Oh, we do. Oh, today.
Okay.
It's a big day. And I can't believe with all of that stuff, we haven't even mentioned that the great Tom Morello, Rage Against the Machine, Prophets of Rage, Audio Slave, probably 50 other bands that we don't even know about.
Oh my gosh, there's probably every artist that you're listening to on KROQ has some kind of connection with Tom
Morello will be in the KROQ studios in about an hour and a half, and I'm very excited about this for so many reasons, but we're going to give you an opportunity to join us for 10 Seconds of Rage, where you can rage against anything at all that's bothering you. And Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine will help us judge. And so all you got to do if you want to get in on that is slide in the DMs or send us a text so we can line up you ragers, and that'll be happening a little bit later this morning. So lots of opportunities to get involved in today's show. Come back with your ADD news and the winner of these first pairs of lift tickets. That's next.
KROQ. Klein, Billy, Show.
KROQ.
Look at that. Look at this. Dude, we're in like Colorado.
question. It's KROQ, Klein Alley Show. If you're in a relationship with someone, married, dating, whatever, and they want to do something to alter their physical appearance, do you feel that as the person that is their plus one, their significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, do you have any input in if they should or could do it? Or do you think
what would define like a major change?
Well, in my case, I got this...
porn stash?
It's not a porn stash. Just a regular, good old-fashioned mustache.
You look like a plumber.
Yeah, thank you. I don't think anyone looks at me and goes, that guy could do porn. But they definitely...
You could look like you could direct it.
But by the way, I could definitely do porn better than I could do plumbing. I mean,
you definitely look sleazier with it on.
Thank you. That's
it's actually because of the shirt you're wearing, too. It kind of looks like you're about to recruit Johnny.
Johnny, you're in. Pack it up. Pack it up and sack it up. You're in.
Go! Are you serious about that mustache, or is this for, jokey joke like you've done before, and just don't know your wife?
It's so funny. You're the third person that has said to me, is that serious? What an insulting thing to say to someone. Is that...
You would do it as a joke, though.
Yes.
That's who you are.
Yeah, I am doing it as a joke.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it I'm doing it more...
So is mine. See?
What's that? Why do you have a mustache, Allie? That's even funnier. She's got a real push broom one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this... No, but I mean, my wife said, like... When she goes and does stuff with her hair, she doesn't ever ask. I mean, she'll say things like, hey, I'm thinking about cutting my hair short. And I'm like, well, whatever.
I know, but for her, I bet it's like she thinks it's a dramatic change. And it's something that you would not even notice.
No, I don't. Sometimes she'll come in and she'll be like, did you notice anything? And I'm like,
I got a long swoop, bang.
Right.
And
I'm like, what did you do?
What?
And she's like, it's like a quarter of an inch longer or shorter than yesterday. I'm like, how would I know that? I don't know that. But I wouldn't care. Like, she got another piercing in her ear.
She did?
Like another, one of the top top
midlife
holes.
crisis? Why are you getting your ear pierced
I don't know.
middle age?
But she, asked me if I noticed it, and of course I didn't. I didn't notice it.
What, Vanessa?
I think if she wants to pierce her ear at middle age, she
no,
can.
First of all, she will not like the fact that she's being referred to as middle age. That's going to bother her more than anything.
I'm just saying she's a woman who's married and has 2 kids, and I feel like at that point you kind of have your look figured out.
Yeah, she's a cool mom.
But I think, is that why she's doing it? To be like, I'm a cool mom?
I don't know why she's doing it. I didn't really ask. But maybe she's sleeping with the piercer. I don't know. She just came back and said, do you notice any more holes on me? And I said, I'd like to. And then she said, there's one here in the top of my ear. I said, oh, all right, whatever. But I wouldn't say...
Perfect fit.
You have to...
Is this because she wanted to one-up her kid who got her ears pierced?
I think she was trying to one-up my daughter.
Are you serious?
Oh, fine, I'm going to go to Claire's.
Yeah, you get 2, yeah. She was in Claire's, too. With that big lollipop, so she could look young enough to get the free one. No, but in all seriousness, do you think that there needs to be a... clearing with the... if you're going to dye your hair... I'm talking about drastic change now. Facial tattoo, dyeing of the hair to a different color, shaving head. Is that something your partner needs any input on at all?
Oh, yeah.
What?
I think...
That's crazy.
My wife has always had bangs ever since I met her.
Yeah, she does. All over the place. Bangs on the side.
Right. No,
bangs your friends.
No, not those kinds of bangs.
No one loves bangs more than your wife.
She will never not have bangs. Never.
That is
she
so
needs
true.
to have bangs. Okay. This isn't going well. The bangs on her face.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
okay.
Wow, okay.
Above her eyebrows.
Yeah.
All right. She's always had them.
Just everywhere.
Just bangs everywhere.
All right. Forget it.
Summer bangs, winter bangs.
And I will not allow her to not bang.
Vacation bangs.
I'm just saying it's her signature thing. Okay.
You're not helping yourself.
The hair look is always what it's going to be.
Yeah.
She knows that that's the best. The point I'm making about the ear piercing and about all of it is that once you're a certain age, I feel like you have the good stuff figured out. I look best like this. I've tried all the other things. I've tried all the other hair colors. I've tried this, that. I know that this is the best. You're a work in progress.
Yeah. No, but you just lost a bunch of weight, and now you're, a quote-unquote hot alley. But people always want to kind of change themselves.
Couldn't have sounded more disgusted saying that. You're a hot alley.
Your down flex to finish your sentence.
Right. So I think Omar's right. I think sometimes we look like a work in progress. We haven't figured it out yet, so we're trying things. I'm thinking maybe.
Well, that mustache isn't making you hotter. You know that.
Well, I don't know that. I was actually hit on by a guy yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he call you, Daddy?
He said, "This credit card's not working. Do you have another one?" And I said, "Yeah, hold on
I said,
one
stop
second."
hitting on me.
All right, leave it alone, sir. All right, we can take a break. A lot of thoughts on this. We'll be right back. We got Freeway Feud to get to.
Freeway Feud?
Freeway. The mustache got in my mouth. Hold on. I'm choking on my mustache. KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Let's find out what's going on in the world. Take a look at your news. Then we get into a brand new hour of the show, complete with a Thrifty Thursday. El Cheapo, as we're officially getting into Valentine's Day time. El Cheapo wants to hear about times that people cheaped out on dates. You were on a date.
Whether you were on the receiving end or the giving end of the cheapness.
Maybe you cheaped out, and that was the only date, or maybe you were out with someone and you couldn't believe the cheap move they pulled. It is cheap date stuff. We'll get into that next hour with some El Cheapo here on KROQ. But first, let's give you this.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
One of the most horrifying videos you will see came out last night after the American Airlines flight collided with a military helicopter that was on a training flight. In the video, you can see plane about to land and then an explosion, pieces falling through the air into the water at the Reagan Airport in D.C., and there were 64 people aboard that flight. They've already found 28 of them. They don't think that anybody has survived, so they've changed it from a rescue mission to a recovery mission. And they already know that some U.S. figure skaters and their coaches and family members were on board. American Airlines has already spoken about it, saying that they're defending their pilots. They're saying they were both experienced. One had 6 years under his belt, the other had 2, and they don't know why the helicopter entered their flight pattern, so they are kind of placing blame on the military helicopter side of things. But the military is also defending their pilots, saying, just because it was a training flight doesn't mean that they were inexperienced. So I'm assuming that once they find black box, manifest, whatever, they'll be able to find out more about how this all happened. But this is the first time there's been like a major U.S. airline disaster since like 2009. These things don't happen that often.
Oh, wait, a couple questions. One, there were fatalities?
Yeah.
Oh, there were.
Yes, they don't think anyone lived.
Oh,
Were
man.
you listening to what
Did
she
you
said?
hear whatever I just
No.
said?
This was everywhere, man. What the hell?
Well, 2, and this is a more important question, Allie. 2 years.
What are you talking
2
about?
years is considered a lot of experience. That's a lot of 2 years.
I kind of thought that too. I was like, hey, 6 years I get, but like 2 years is not that much. But that would probably be the co-pilot, right? Somebody who has less experience but is... And this was a flight from Kansas, I believe, to D.C., so it's not a super long flight.
Jesus.
But they were on the landing path. Like, that's pretty self-explanatory, Like, that's where they're going.
And that's usually
there's nowhere else for them to go. They have to land right there on the runway.
Right.
So the fact that a helicopter would cross that path is
crazy.
weird.
Hey, you would think they had the right of way, right?
Of course.
But also, that seems to be the part of the flight, from what I know, that the pilots are kind of in control, unless they're not in the autopilot at that point, because they usually are in full control
Right,
takeoff
but you
landing.
wouldn't be deviating from that path at all.
No, but you've been given the clear. I mean, the way I've always heard in the movies, clearance, runway 3B.
Yeah, but
Ready
also,
for
if
you.
you were on it, whether a helicopter or an airplane, aren't you aware of every other aircraft that's in that area? Through that little beepy thing?
You're supposed to be, but how many times in the last 6 months does it feel like we've heard stories of...
Yeah, but those are like small planes.
No,
this
but
is
also...
a major U.S. airline.
But even all the close call videos we've seen lately of planes that landed while another plane was like pretty much taxiing on the runway where a plane just landed. I mean, these are things that you would think...
Well, and they've also said that airport has been criticized for being too congested. That there's too many flights going in and out, and that it could potentially be dangerous because they're just trying to shove too many flights in.
I watched a special one time. I think it was on Fox, but it was basically like how to survive a plane crash, and they talked about all the airports that are the, quote, most dangerous to land in and take off from. And that, I believe, was one of those ones.
Really?
Because of the way it's set up, you have to get down. You have less time to really figure out your approach to the runway because because of the way the angle you have to go in on it or something. I mean, there's other ones you've heard of. So,
we landed at the one in Nepal that's like then they told us right before, they were like, by the way, this is one of the most dangerous airports in the whole world. It's always on one of those lists. I was like, why would you tell me that before that? But it's because it's a short runway that runs up into a mountain.
Right. That's like Burbank, too. They don't have a lot of runway there. Burbank Airport. They got
just like Burbank.
They got to land and hit the brakes real quick.
Okay, the Fire Aid Benefit Concert is happening tonight. If you didn't get a ticket, don't worry. It will be streamed literally everywhere. Even if you're one of the 4 people that doesn't have Netflix, you can watch it on YouTube, Apple TV, Paramount Plus, lots more places. But you will not see Dave Matthews, unfortunately. He is the only artist of many that has had to drop out at the last minute because of a, quote, critical family illness. And I'm sure he's not lying, but I know we've talked about some of the best excuses people could use to get out of things, and family illness.
Yeah.
It seems like a great one, but it just from personal experience is one that I've used when I was lying, and I regret that. But there's a lot of follow-ups with family illness.
I'm not
saying... A lot of how's it going, checking on the person. Then if you see the person, they ask the person. It's very messy.
It's always terrible when someone says, like, hey, how's your uncle doing? And you're like, fine, why? Like, oh, I don't know, 3 weeks ago you didn't come to my birthday party because you said he was in a coma. You're like, oh, did I?
Oh,
that's right. Yeah, he's dead. I don't think Dave Matthews is necessarily going to show up at Ditch Day at Snow Summit, but if he is, good excuse to get out of that show.
Definitely. If you want to eat healthy, it's obviously a good idea for a lot of reasons, but it's nearly impossible if you are on any kind of budget. Yeah, there's Trader Joe's and Sprouts might make it mildly affordable at times, but groceries always getting more expensive. Healthy food always getting even more expensive. And now, according to a new study, healthy food costs more than double the price of less healthy options. They said 1,000 calories of healthy food, like fruit and vegetables, etc., is $9.17 compared to $4.47 for, like, ready meals, processed meats, that kind of thing.
Now, I've given you the greatest hack I can give you is to just buy a roll of those stickers that say organic on them from
boom,
Amazon, and you can place those stickers on anything in your house, make it seem healthier. A lot of it's in your mind. It's mental.
Well, and I also noticed that organic food spoils way faster.
Always does.
And I love that.
Tastes great. The life cycle of fruit and vegetable in my house goes like this. My wife goes, we need to get more fruits and vegetables for the kids. Nothing's healthy here. I go, fine. I go out and buy fruits and vegetables. They sit in the refrigerator on the third day.
Because no one wants them.
Right, no one wants them because they're the last pick. I go, all right, everyone's got to eat this whole thing or they're going to go bad by tomorrow. I put them on the plate. Kids look at them, push them around. They get brought to the sink. They get dumped. And then the next day, everything's covered in mold. And we start that cycle all over again.
I know. And then you wonder why you start buying stuff that's just easy.
Right.
Because you're like, I don't want to waste food. And I don't want to waste money.
Terrible. Just terrible. But hey,
every once in a while, you bring a whole rack of kale into the studio because you're the only one who's going to try and eat it so you don't have to throw it out.
A rack of kale?
Yeah.
Allie buys it by the rack.
I do.
Allie buys all of her stuff.
It's cheaper that way.
By the rack. It's a lesbian thing, I believe. New hour of the show. Kick it off next, KROQ.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. Welcome to your Prequend on a Thursday. We are Klein Alley Show. Nice to meet you. Are you a new listener, a friend, family member, ex? Recommend you check out this show every morning? Well, good on you. You've come to the right place, the right time. Coming up later this morning, this hour, we got tickets for you to join us for Ditch Day tomorrow, Snow Summit. Plan your excuses accordingly. In fact, today's a great day to start that tickle in the throat. I don't know what it is.
Fighting something,
but I think I'll be all right. You got to start dropping those today, and then tomorrow. Oh man, that got real bad overnight.
I'm going to take some emergency. I'll be good.
Don't worry, I think I'll be okay. But today's a good day to start that. You got to slow play. Everyone knows the out of the blue excuse always is a little suspect.
Just a gentle throat clear every once in a while.
Yeah. Almost even better, to be honest, if you can have someone else bring it up to you. Hey, you okay? You've been clearing your throat a lot. Oh, have I been? I didn't even notice.
You look terrible.
That's right.
You should go home and take a nap.
We say that to each other every day. But
yeah, I heard that you were commenting on my outfit or something earlier.
Who?
You. I heard that you were.
Oh, I said you were doing like a sweater thing where you expose your midriff. You're doing like a
I'm not
belly.
trying to expose my midriff.
It's like a belly shirt sweater.
It's not a midriff, it's a fupa.
No.
Thank you, Jake.
Medically, that's what it's called. Yes, but still, Allie, I think, is really trying to sex it up for the cameras. Ever since they put the cameras in here for the YouTube stream, I think Allie's putting a little bit more effort into her appearance every day.
Because when I don't, I get criticized, and then when I do, I get criticized.
Right. And doesn't it feel better to get criticized when you didn't put effort in? It doesn't hurt so much more when you get criticized after you actually tried?
Yeah, it does. It does. But I kind of figured, we've got a guest coming in today. I don't want to look like complete trash.
Oh, you did this for Tom Morello.
Well, I wanted to look not like crap.
Oh, that's nice.
Usually when I get out of bed, all I want to do is put on a sweatshirt and go to work, and I tried today.
I get it.
But then it's crazy because you only have like a certain amount of time before you have to hit the road, and then sometimes it's crunch time, and I'm like, this ain't working.
Yep.
I got to either
throw
on the sweatshirt or I got to roll with this, and I rolled with this.
Tom Morello will be joining us in about an hour, so get ready for that. Everything you ever wanted to know about Mr. Rage Against the Machine himself. Give you a chance to give 10 seconds of rage. Already some interesting topics coming through on the text line for that. This hour, we're going to meet the neighbors. El Cheapo is going to ask you about the cheapest things you've ever done or witnessed on a date. Maybe you can use some of these if you've got Valentine's Day plans you got to put together. We'll do all of that and your lift tickets. All coming up right here this hour on the world famous KROQ.
So long I've been waiting, girl, I've been anticipating for the day you'd come my way. Now you're here and I got to say, you're my adrenaline, you're my fire. Girl, you make me wanna reach up higher. No star is too far. Spread your wings as we reach up for the sky. Give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, girl. Now give me your love,
I see the lightning, feel the thunder. Girl, it's time for us to go down under. I've got you, and you got me. Let's get together and make some memories.
Give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, girl. Now give me your love. I got a shoulder you can lean on.
When times get bad,
Don't be sad, right here by your side. Yeah, yeah. True love's so hard to find.
When you get it, got to hold on tight.
I got you, and you got me. Let's get together and make some memories. Give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, Give me your love, girl. Now give me
there's something happening in your neighborhood right now and you need us to get to the bottom of it, you're always welcome to join us here at KROQ. The number's 800-520-1067. We like to look around all of the many apps, and there's no shortage out there, to see what is happening in neighborhoods all over Southern California. Because as you know, every neighborhood, even though potentially, we all live in the same place, every neighborhood is very different. And we all live in very different places. Omar's in Rancho Cucamonga, Allie's in Agora Hills, I'm in the Valley, Jake's in Burbank, Vanessa's in Long Beach. We're spread all over this place. And there's always things happening in neighborhoods, which is why we like to take at least a little time each week to meet the neighbors.
Meet the neighbors. That's what you gotta do. Say hello, shake a hand, share a smile, and make a friend. Meet the neighbors. Their dog just crapped in your yard.
Beautiful. That's a song written by Allie's real-life neighbor, Ray something or other.
Happenstall.
So anyway, in Jake's neighborhood, he said there's something going on. Is it a mystery, Jake?
Oh, I don't think it's a mystery. It's just a male Karen. Andre says, people need to maintain the conditions of their vehicles properly. It is not anyone else's oil, but it is on everyone else's roads. Operating a motor car that leaks oil or other fluids everywhere is reckless and negligent behavior.
Oh, that is cancel him. What did you say?
I don't know.
What is the word?
I can't say it.
Oh my God.
There it
dude.
is. That's a speech impediment.
Yes. Why do we mention it and now all of a sudden it's coming back?
Jake, we can't get through this story until read the sentence completely, please.
Negligent.
The whole story.
Start from the beginning.
Start again.
Oh no. I'll start for the sentence. Operating a motor car that leaks oil or other fluids everywhere is reckless and negligent behavior.
There you go.
Thank you. It defaces the look of our neighborhoods. It's understood that the state does not mandate any minimum requirements for vehicle maintenance or road worthiness, but this does not mean that operating leaky cars is acceptable.
Sounds like you're leaking oil, dude.
I am.
You're being negligent.
Yeah.
It is not hazardous to anyone's health like smog, surely, but it is similar to vandalism, and it must be addressed, either by municipal ordinance.
There's so many long words.
Why did you pick this one? Of all the things.
I don't know.
I
should have practiced this before I read it.
No, start again at the beginning for people that are just joining us. There's some people that maybe just tuned into KROQ. I'm looking at the line. Someone hey, just start listening. What's Jake talking about? Start over.
All right. People need to maintain the conditions of their vehicles properly.
Yeah.
It is not anyone else's oil, but it is on everyone else's roads. Operating a motor car that leaks oil or other fluids everywhere is reckless and negligent behavior.
There we go. He got it. All right, beautiful. Allie, what's happening in your neighborhood?
I don't know anymore. This is actually a nasty note that somebody received on their mailbox that now they have brought to the Nextdoor app.
Oh, I love this. Love a passive-aggressive handwritten note.
Yeah. Natalie said, "Good morning. I live in Deer Springs in Cottonwood Grove, and this letter was taped to my mailbox. Hi there. We live in Sage Court. Please, we wanted to bring to your attention that your fire you make every night outside is really becoming a nuisance. We can see the flames. It is dangerous. It makes us very nervous. We can't breathe from the fumes. It stinks up our homes. We can't even open our windows. It is burning our eyes and throats, and even our pets can't go outside anymore to breathe in the toxic fumes. We are begging you. Please, will you give it a rest?"
Are they aware there's other fires that have been burning lately? Are you sure they're not blaming a neighbor for the Eaton fire?
What's funny is that Natalie, who put this up, said, "I don't have a fireplace.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any of these
this
things."
This is someone that was unaware.
If they did, it would sound very...
negligent. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, my God,
man.
already?
Got it already. Jesus Christ, that's good.
I don't have a fire pit. I don't even have a barbecue. We are not even smokers. I'm looking forward to clearing this up. Thank you.
So they've been blamed for the results of the fires, even though they're just...
This person obviously has bad air quality because of the fires,
right.
And now
Blaming
is blaming a neighbor and starting a neighbor war.
Alina in North Hollywood has put a question out. She needs advice quickly. How can anyone suggest that I can make $150 ASAP?
Ooh.
Interesting place to turn to the neighborhood app in this particular case. How long, Allie, did it take for one of the neighbors to suggest something salacious, if you had to guess?
I don't know, because I think that Nextdoor or neighborhood apps are pretty wholesome. It's like, why don't you trim my roses?
Okay, so someone did say, can you pick weeds? If you could help me pick weeds, I could give you $150 this weekend. The second comment from Amanda was babysitting, and the third comment from Steve was lap sitting.
Ew.
So it didn't take long for them to suggest.
I saw this one. I should have used that one.
Yeah, there's a lot smaller words. Lot smaller words in that one.
Sitting.
So there you have it. Just some of the stuff happening in neighborhoods all over Southern California. Take a quick break. When we're back, El Cheapo checking in on a Thrifty Thursday. If you'd like to win something for free, and I know you cheap people love free stuff, all you got to do is share with us the cheapest thing you ever did or witnessed on a date. Get yourself some lift tickets, and hopefully the pat on the back from El Cheapo herself. That will be next on KROQ.
Coachella might be one of the most iconic music festivals in the world.
All right, music festival goers, the Coachella lineup is here.
Let's talk about Coachella.
This is going to be epic.
The Coachella lineup has just been announced. Headliners are Lady Gaga, Green Day, and Post Malone.
All week on KROQ. Win a pair of 3-day passes to Coachella. April 11th through 13th and 18th through 20th. Empire Polo Club in Dio. Featuring
Hey, this is Billy Joe from Green Day.
Green Day, Post Malone, Lady Gaga, Megan Thee Stallion, Travis Scott, Jimmy Eat World. The Prodigy, The Original Misfits, The Beaches, Biba Doobie, Joe, Basement Jaxx, and tons more. Listen at 9, noon, 3, and 6 to win your way in with 3-day passes to Coachella.
World Famous KROQ on the World Famous KROQ.
KROQ.
Four words, answers a question, says a lot about you, and you may not be a creepy person. You may not be defined as being a creep, but there's definitely things you could be doing, even on a semi-regular basis, or a hobby you're into, or some little thing that you aren't sure. Does that make me creepy, or just interesting, or eccentric? There's all these different ways to say creepy now without actually being, quote, traditionally creepy. But we are in the creepiest month of the year, and we got up for grabs now tickets for you to go see Danny Elfman at the Hollywood Bowl, and that man makes creepy music unlike anyone else.
Not just creepy music, he is a creepy collector.
Right, he loves that creepy.
He has a hand collection.
Right. Like, if he was not Danny Elfman, the Danny Elfman we know, but he was just called, be like, I have a collection of human hands, and I collect them, and I love them, and whenever I go to new countries, I see if I can buy some hands.
I look, that's a nice hand. I wish I could buy those bones.
Right.
We're dead set bros.
Arguably, you would say that's creepy, and congratulations, you're a creep, at least in terms of that. So you give us the question, something you're into, and we'll make a determination, and someone's going to leave here with tickets to that show. Go ahead, you're on KROQ.
Let's say this person, on occasions when they go out with a girl and they end up making, coitus or whatever, they asked if they could keep the woman's underwear and keep them as kind of like tokens.
And this is a friend, right? This is someone you know. It's definitely not you.
Sure.
Trace this number immediately.
They're usually down for it because, I usually wait till, after we have sex and, it's, I don't know, we're just chit-chatting or whatever. And I'd usually only ask if it's, after I think I did a good job.
I'm going to say...
Creepy.
Yeah,
collecting underwear in general is creepy. I don't think there's any world where it's not.
Also, he referred to them as tokens.
Yeah.
Which I find that to be...
I think it's a huge problem.
But also, if you're a woman, wouldn't you be annoyed? I know you can buy a ton of underwear. I know Victoria's Secret always 10 pairs for whatever it is, $20 or whatever. But I feel like it would be annoying to constantly have to get new underwear because guys you slept with want to keep your underwear.
You're like, all right, just take them. You have to get another
I don't know.
$5 for $10.
All right.
But I also think Jake even calling sex manifesting could be considered creepy.
Yeah, this
by
guy called it coitus, so that's kind of creepy. Jeanette, welcome to Am I a Creep on KROQ. What is it that you do?
Hi, I started collecting taxidermy.
And what made you start collecting dead animals?
I have my emo daughter, and she's all into that stuff.
Okay.
And so I thought it was pretty cool.
And did you start small with squirrel and work your way up? What's the biggest one you have?
Well, we had a cat who we had for like 14 years, and we actually did that to him. His name was Boots, and that was her, like, pet.
So where is Boots?
Well, we started with butterflies. Oh, my mom doesn't allow them in the house, so we keep them outside.
You keep Boots, the taxidermied cat, outside because your mom thinks it's weird to have the dead stuffed cat inside.
Right. She's super creeped out about it.
Right,
this coyote's like, God, why won't it die?
So disappointed
So
every
easy
time.
to catch this thing.
I think so tough. All right. So does that, and you've now gone from cat to butterfly to anything else in your collection, or those are your two?
She's got some bugs, but the major one is Boots. Our cat.
Yeah. I feel different about Boots though, because Boots.
At least that was your cat.
Was it your cat? We'll continue with these calls and your texts. That is the topic. Think about your life. Do some taking stock right now. Give us a call, 800-520-1067. Am I a creep? We'll give away some tickets next.
Klein Alley Show. KROQ, the world famous KROQ. KROQ.
Question for you is, are you creepy? Am I a creep? You do things and maybe they seem for you normal, but you just wonder how society would perceive you. For instance, 818 on the text line who says, when I go in for my flu shot, I actually like to look and watch as the needle goes into my skin.
Oh, I do that.
See, that's weird. I turn the other way, close my eyes, and hate every part of that process. I don't like the idea that I would look at that happen to me seems creepy. Why would you want to watch that?
Because I'm interested in seeing what the process is like, especially for them. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Well, how are you going to find the vein? How are you going to put it in? What's the size of the needle?
I think you're a creep then for all that. I mean, that's just weird. That's the stuff I just want to see no evil. I don't want to even think about it, but
yeah, but that's not disgusting or creepy. It's just interesting.
Everyone's got their things.
Now, licking the end of the needle, that's creepy.
Yeah. And by the way, if you want to watch a lot of people get needles put into them, you should join us this Friday. We're going to be Dave and Buster's Long Beach for the $10 blood suck. Become a blood hero for Cedars, and also at the same time win a bunch of cool stuff from us. First 500 to arrive, a limited edition Klein Alley Show $10 blood suck shirt and a $10 player's card for Dave and Buster's. Sean, what is it that you do, and you need us to determine whether or not you're a creep? Go ahead. Hello, Sean.
The word creep on my arm.
Say that again?
I have a tattoo of the word creep on my arm.
Why?
So because I have a lot of anxiety and I'm very self-conscious about looking like a creep, and sometimes I feel like I say things that make people feel uncomfortable. And sometimes when I'm thinking about that in my car, the song "Creep" by Radiohead plays.
Right.
So. Yeah, and so on top of
you're building your case horribly. Go on.
So the point is that you wanted to brand yourself creep so that people would see you have a tattoo that says creep, and maybe they would think then, oh, you know what? He's not as big of a creep as I thought, considering he has the word tattooed on his arm.
Yeah, well, on top of the word is a rain cloud, so that washes away that feeling, because that feeling is just on the outside. On the inside is the beauty within.
On the spicy scale that Allie just ordered her food on, I'm gonna give you a 7.5 on the creep scale.
There has to be, if you feel like a creep, there has to be something else creepy that you do or are interested in. Hello? Is there anything? There's got to be something other than that that's creepy about you that makes you feel like a creep.
I work with kids.
Okay, that's enough. You've moved up to a 10. Congratulations. He's off the scale.
He doesn't even say what he does. He just says, I work with them.
That's weird, too. Hey,
that scared me.
Daria, welcome to Am I a Creep? What's up?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
What do you do?
Well, I love watching videos on YouTube where people are constantly removing either insects like botflies or splinters or hair splinters or anything that is a removal from the human body. I love watching those on YouTube.
Wow.
They do that for me.
So what's the biggest, weirdest thing that you've seen removed from somebody's body on YouTube?
The weirdest thing for me is insect larva in the eye.
Oh. And you enjoy watching that? I mean, I know there's people who love all that pimple popper stuff and all
yeah, but this is different.
Day, last night on Earth on KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. It's Thrifty Thursday. El Cheapo loves being thrifty. And yes, there's a fine line between being smart, financially smart, and being pathetically cheap. And today, we want to hear stories from you as it pertains to dating, because we are now officially in that Valentine's Day mindset. And going out to dinner on Valentine's Day is like a sucker's move, because there's a lot of prefix menu crap and things are overpriced. And even you drive by a place all year that's got dozen roses, $9.99, and then one day their price becomes $39.99.
Yeah, and I have set up a relationship that does not care about Valentine's Day. And if you're looking to get into a relationship,
Smart.
just set that up right at the beginning. Say, hey, you know what? We're above that.
Right.
We don't need to celebrate Valentine's Day because we celebrate each other all year long.
You start planting the seed early in the relationship. Hey, it's a good thing we're not one of those couples that feels like we have to do Valentine's Day. And what you're really doing is you're saving yourself money year after year after year.
Also, you make a good point about planting a seed. Plant it 6 months ago, so that the flowers are finally ready.
That's a good El
by
Cheapo
now.
hack. It's time for your stories up for grabs. We got some lift tickets to join us tomorrow for some ditch day up at Snow Summit. And what were you cheaped out on, or did you cheap out on a date? Here we go.
It's time to talk to the kingpin of cheap. Here she is, El Cheapo.
And this edition of El Cheapo is brought to you by American Tire Depot, which has the lowest tire prices around. So get thee to an American Tire Depot today.
Start with Joshua. Make our way up and down these phones. Joshua, were you the cheaper or the cheapie on this date?
I was the cheaper on this date.
You were the cheaper. Okay, what happened?
Well, I had to get flowers. It was late, and so I just went around the neighborhood and clipped roses from the bushes of the neighbors.
Oh, my God.
Right. And she said she was okay going to McDonald's. So we went to McDonald's, ordered off the dollar menu.
Jesus. But you got roses, but they were stolen roses.
Yeah, you borrowed roses.
Borrowed.
I didn't steal all of them.
Right. That's an interesting move, though. You think about it. Everyone thinks traditional flower shop, order flowers. You're going to pay a real price, but they technically.
Yeah, but then if you go in the suburbs, there's roses everywhere.
Right. They're all over the place. You just got to find the right.
And they have like the non-spiky ones too.
Yeah.
They like bred the spikes out. But also, if you are somebody who is okay with, stealing flowers from your neighbor's yard, and she is okay with a dollar store or dollar menu dinner, it seems like you guys were compatible. How did that date actually work out?
It worked out pretty well. We only went on that first date.
Oh,
and
then it didn't go well.
I don't think that's a good sign. All right, moving on. Let's say hi to Dominica. Hey, Dominica, welcome to KROQ. Hi, how you doing? Welcome.
Hi, Sweet Exhibit.
Sweet Tibbets. What happened to you on, you're talking about cheap dates. Valentine's Day is only a few weeks away now, and El Cheapo loves, even though she wants your story, she's really looking for ideas, but go ahead.
So I was a cheapie. There's this guy that I dated just a couple times, but he always cooked for me. And this one time he was like, we're going to go to a restaurant, but he stopped by his mom's house and got a gift certificate.
That's great. I love that. I'm not above a Groupon dinner. So, but I also think that's commendable, though, at the beginning to do the home-cooked meal, because that seems romantic, and there's a lot of fanfare and like, ooh, look at me, I can cook, and it has this, money. Yes, but you're actually saving money, so that's great.
Yeah, that's one of those moves that even though your motivation could be, oh, this is so much cheaper than going out, you could potentially get the rub of like, wow, that guy could cook for me, but you have to make something kind of decent.
But I also kind of defend that guy, because if you're going out to dinner and you have a gift card, why would you not use the gift card? It like hurts my heart to not use the gift card.
I remember, I don't know if this counts as an El Cheapo, but like I think LA's got Dine LA week. I mean, every city you live in at some point has like one of those restaurant weeks where even the really expensive, nice restaurants, everyone agrees that they're doing like $25 menus or whatever.
Right.
That's a great, I don't think it necessarily times out with Valentine's Day, but that as far as dating, that's a great
Just
week.
buy the stuff then and then let it sit for a while.
No, you can't. You got to go that week, but you do that thing where you show up there and you don't realize, because they'll say to you like, oh, we're doing our Dine LA menu. And you're like, oh, I didn't even know. Well,
who knew That's crazy.
Guess we'll just have to order off that.
I will also say that a picnic is something that has a high romance level, but is cost effective if you do it properly.
Yeah.
Especially if you get crap cheese, but you cut it the right way, and it looks like it's little squares, and you can really make a nice arrangement out of food that you didn't pay a lot of money for.
Alex, talking to El Cheapo. It's Thrifty Thursday. El Cheapo's always looking for ways to save money, and the question is, what is the cheapest thing you saw on a date or did on a date? Go ahead.
All right, how's it going, guys? Shout out to my net bangers. No judgment here. The movie theater I go to, it has a self-serving like popcorn and drink refill. So when I walk in with a date, I say, let's just go sit down first. Then I leave and I go in the trash can and get a popcorn bucket and a drink.
Oh my God, damn!
No judgment here.
God damn,
there is judgment here. Wait, hold on.
I reach into the trash can, get an empty large popcorn bucket, a large drink, and I walk in like I bought it.
So you will walk her to the seat like a gentleman and say, "Let
me go get you some popcorn.
Let's all sit down, and then you sit here, put your feet up, enjoy some of these, de-scramble Tom Hanks a few times, and then I'll come back, and then you go rummage through the garbage, and you bring her garbage trash.
All right, don't use that word now. Come on.
Garbage popcorn I can put up with because that's just, I mean, it's still gross, but the bucket is the bucket. The drink cup, I feel like that's when you could have just said, I'm gonna pay for the fresh cup.
Hey, this is cheapo, not splurging. All right.
Have you ever gotten caught doing that? Like, did she ever find out?
No. I wash out the cup, I wash out the popcorn bucket, and everything's good.
You're the guy in the bathroom washing out the popcorn
I've seen that. I've seen that guy before. This guy's doing dishes with cardboard buckets.
Does he work here?
If he doesn't win this thing, I'd be shocked.
I know, that's insane.
That's a real cheapo move right there. And she thinks, oh man, the guy really splurged, went with the large popcorn.
Because it makes sense. The other person they don't want to sit in line. They don't want to do that. They want to just relax and recline and enjoy the movie.
Jen, it's El Cheapo, Thrifty Thursday, talking about ways that you were cheaped out on or cheaped out on a date. What happened?
Hey guys, morning.
Morning.
I have a less nastier one for the movie. I usually just go to the movies on Tuesday because there's a discount on Tuesday. So I only like to go on dates on Tuesdays because also it's Taco Tuesday too.
Oh, right. Best deals
is the
on
only
Tuesdays.
Date day for me, yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Valentine's, it may not say 14th on the calendar. Tuesday is when
No.
you're celebrating. That's another one that people will do. They will always just round Valentine's Day to, the Friday that's closest. On this particular year, I do believe it falls on a Friday.
Yeah, so you're screwed
So
there.
you're kind of screwed.
But it's funny that somebody would be like, hey, how's Friday? And you're like, no, how's Tuesday?
How's Tuesday? Yeah, that'll do it.
323 said, El Cheapo every week reminds me that we need to bring back shaming.
I agree. I think that we need more shaming in this world. I mean, that guy's feeling pretty good about his little trash popcorn bucket trick on
but
the
I
dates.
think we should have him join us.
All right, hold on one second. Hey, Alex, please. I think you could use something free. We got some lift tickets for you. Love you to join us tomorrow.
I live in Dallas, and I would not be making it, but I would love to pass it on to the other movie lady, so we can go on Tuesday.
Okay, hold on. Beautiful. This guy is not listening in state, so he's not eligible. That would be some commute to Snow Summit from Dallas. But if you left now, I think you'd still make it. Pass those tickets on. Let's pay it forward. You want more lift tickets? We got them coming up. We'll get you into Coachella. Tom Morello in the KROQ studios in less than an hour. And dealing with something, a personal issue, which I will share with you next, although I'll regret it later. K-Rock, Klein Alley Show. Every once in a while, the show gets a little serious. Now, maybe one of those times. A week from today, I will be here doing the show. That's at least the plan right now. But I will probably not be in great shape. And the reason is because, I don't know, this started maybe a month or two ago when a lot of people started making comments about physically how I appeared. And I'm used to people saying things like, oh, look at the size of those nostrils.
To the club.
Right, I know. Around here we get that a lot. But people were commenting, especially as I was posting stuff on Instagram, they're like, you look like you're getting weirdly skinny, almost like sickly skinny. And I took that as a compliment because it's L.A. So I was like, thank you.
I look sickly? Wonderful.
Sickly. I've officially made it. And people started saying, are you on Ozempic? Are you on this? Are you on that? I said, no. In fact, before we started this forced resolution thing, I was eating as much junk as I always eat, which, as you know, is a lot of junk. Mm-hmm. I love junk.
Yeah, you're
Pizza,
a junk fanatic.
Constantly. Cheesesteaks, I'll eat wings constantly.
But you also will not eat for a period of time, and then you'll eat like a snake.
Yeah.
It must be like a lot.
So I started, thinking about, it's weird, all these people are saying that I'm losing weight. I don't even really weigh myself that much. And then we started doing the forced resolutions, and I realized, man, I'm kind of losing a significant amount of weight here, which is weird.
Well, and you looked really pale.
Yeah, thank you. That's winter. I think that's just because of winter. I haven't been out.
Get translucent.
Yeah, I get see-through. So I go, maybe I should go to a doctor, because I haven't been to a doctor in a while, and I feel like they recommend you go to doctors semi-regularly.
Are you noticing your own weight loss, or
No.
is it just because everyone else is telling you that?
I mean, my pants feel bigger, but like for the most part, I kind of still feel like I wear the same pants I've been wearing since high school, college. I just have the same pants. I bought pants at some point in my life. I don't even remember when, and I still wear those pants.
And at one point, they were skinny jeans, and now they're not.
Right, at one point, they were skinny, and luckily the trend has moved to baggy again. So
I know,
thank
there you
God.
go.
I'm on trend. So I went to see a doctor and went over some stuff, and he's like, I think we should, this is concerning to me, is the way the guy put it. And I said, like, what
is
level?
Is it concerning to him because he makes more money if he tests you?
Yeah,
a bunch
of course,
stuff?
absolutely, yes. I go, is it concerning and you take insurance, or concerning and you don't take insurance?
Go to a place where it's all covered. They're like, get out of here.
So
get out of here, you.
He goes, I want to stick a camera down your throat. I want to do I want to basically knock you out and put a giant camera. What's it called?
Endoscopy. Jake will say it.
Endoscopy.
Yeah, endoscopy.
So thank you, Jake. And and I go, all right, well, that doesn't sound pleasant. He's like, yeah, let me see what's going on there. We'll do some blood work, and we'll do some other stuff, and we'll see if you're on the up and up. Because he goes, you're too young to have real health issues, but also
but everything else is fine.
But he said the reality is, and this is what he's seen lately, is that people that are younger and younger are developing these. I don't know, who knows if it's environmental or microplastics or the fact that I don't really have a very healthy lifestyle in general, because I do have to fill out the thing where I go, do I drink? Yes. Do I eat unhealthy? Yes. Do I work out regularly? Not so much. Do I do all the other things do I have a high stress job? Is my sleep good? No. All the things that they start going, maybe there's something here. So anyway, long and short of it is, the guy says to me, I want to look down your throat with this camera. And then he goes, you know what? Also, you're a little young for this, but
I'm going to put another camera somewhere else.
I want to take that same camera and stick it in your butt.
Oh, yeah, butt bros. Woo!
And I said, whoa. I got like 7 years before I got to think about that. Let's not jump the gun on this one. And he goes, no.
Are you talking about a colonoscopy?
Yes. And I said, I'm all good.
But aren't you thinking to yourself, better safe than sorry, man?
No. I'm thinking,
really?
Better no camera in my butt than camera in my butt.
Wow.
And he goes, I'm the doctor here, and you're not. And he had me on that one. Spread it. So he says, let's just do it all, because you're going to be under anyway. You won't even know. Once you're under.
Oh, really? They put you under for an endoscopy?
Yeah.
I guess.
I had one of those when I was not under.
So I said,
I had bad health insurance.
So I said, wow, this guy's just going to put jam cameras in me while I'm under. And then
people make a lot of money on that stuff.
And then they say to me,
can we have the video afterwards? Put it on. You can start your OF.
He's like, I've never had a guy with 2 buttholes before.
I didn't even tell him that yet.
Put 2 cameras in there.
Oh man, surprise for him!
Yeah,
he doesn't know where to. Make sure you mark it. Insert here.
This guy's going to be shocked. But I just got the paperwork. I got to tape one of them shut so he doesn't go in the wrong one. He just gave me the paperwork yesterday. I've never done this before, obviously, and it's apparently, you have to start training for this like a marathon.
Yeah,
like,
it sucks.
Like not only the day before, but they're saying like literally starting, this weekend. Thank God it's not Super Bowl weekend, or this would be a total fail.
What are you supposed to do?
Oh, Al, you got to like start going to like a full liquid diet for a while, and then you got to take a bunch of. The guy sent me this thing. I thought it was a joke. It's like you got to chug a bunch of laxatives.
Yeah, it's gross.
24 hours before. Then you got to take a bunch of pills.
Ugh.
Any stretching devices?
You got to gape.
Gape?
I got to gape. No. That part I made up. You got to do all this stuff, and it sounds truly terrible. And then the guy said, look, we recommend you do these things like right in the morning because you're going to be so ravenous. You haven't eaten for days leading up and everything else. He goes, how's 7 a.m. work for you? I said, it works terrible for me because I'm on the radio every day. He goes, well, I think this is more important than your radio show. I said, you're probably right, but also, I'm not going to miss a radio show to have you put a camera in my butt. So he goes, I'll do it in the studio. No,
Cool.
He didn't say that.
Why am I here?
I was hoping. No, he said, all right, well, I can do it at 11:30, but you're going to be miserable. I said, great.
Wait. Let's not rule the idea of him coming in studio and doing it in the studio.
He's not doing it in studio.
We can put the camera on the live stream.
I know. Finally, our YouTube would get some clicks. So anyway, he wants to do that next Thursday. So as a result, starting like next Monday, I got to start really changing.
You're going to be in such a bad mood.
I know. You're in a bad mood if you have like a stuffy nose.
It totally.
Yeah.
310 said, this is important for your health care, Klein. I lost my best friend to colon cancer, and she was only 32 years old. 323, welcome, Klein, to the camera in the butt club.
This is what the guy said to me. He said, you think this is some old guy thing. He goes, the last few patients that have had this and unexpectedly had it bad were in their 20s and early 30s. And I have a friend of mine also that was mid-30s, and he was just normal living life, and one day had a real bad pain, went and got checked out, stage 3. So, like, I don't know what. Apparently, it's very trendy now. It's the fastest growing. So I don't know what's going on.
443 said a colonoscopy, Klein, is the best nap you will ever get.
Great.
And 310 said, relax, I've had it done. It's not that bad. 909 said they woke up during their colonoscopy and saw their own insides.
I don't want that.
Cool.
That's so cool.
That. And I said to the guy,
that one hit you, huh?
I don't like that one at all. I said to him, are you going to do which camera goes where first? Because I don't want him to use the one.
They use the same camera for both.
Yeah, I think
first butt.
Yeah, I know. I told him I want to go. Let's do mouth first. Let's do the mouth one first.
Yeah.
I don't think I got 2 camera insurance. I got 1 camera insurance. So
let me know the aftertaste when you're done.
Oh.
So anyway, so next Thursday, I guess,
is a day that I'm taking off.
Is a day Allie's going to take off. I will be here, but boy, I will not be happy.
You're going to have to
about
run to the bathroom during the show, man.
Yeah, that's what it claims.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to even get through a break.
Guys, the sheet the guy gave me said, because I got to drive from this studio to
Rock Pants, dude.
Culver City.
Oh, my God, yeah, you got to finally do your rock pants.
He says you're supposed to map out, on the way, you're supposed to map out every mile a bathroom you can use if you need to use one, because he said that's what your body's going to be going through. And that means I need Johnny, who knows all the passcodes for every bathroom at every fast food place, and I need Jake because he's got the.
I've done this before.
You probably know where every bathroom is within a 10-mile radius, right,
man,
Jake?
yeah, you need to know.
So, and I may just do the full show. I mean, I'm happy to not come in next Thursday. I'm
starting to think maybe you just shouldn't.
Well,
I want to see this disaster in person.
Maureen,
you absolutely have to come in.
Maureen, hi, you're on KROQ. What's up?
Hey, so I had the camera down my mouth and down there, and I'm 43, and they found 9 precancerous growths that they had removed.
All right.
Wow, that's great that they removed them.
9, that's a big number.
Dude, no kidding. And then they found an adenoma in my throat, my duodenum. So
don't try to sound smart.
No, I just I didn't even know what that was.
Right. That's a fancy way of saying tonsils.
Well, 408 said this colonoscopy is really going to help you hit that weight goal challenge
I
very
think
easily.
So. I think next week I could be my new low, because if I go full liquid, I mean, this diet is
You're going to lose so much weight just from inflammation.
Crapping.
Yeah.
So I'm not excited about this at all, but just wanted to share. And if you'd like to keep me in your thoughts and prayers, you can do that. Although I think there's probably more important things to pray for, like you hit your bets at the Super Bowl. But still, that's what what's going to be happening a week from today.
Thoughts and prayers, dude. Isn't this like a routine?
It is.
No.
You're fine.
Why are you freaking
what
out,
I hate
dude?
is that the 4 days before it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be your growing anxiety about how nervous you are about this very basic procedure.
Just start planning my, replacement. That's fine.
Oh, man.
We have been.
Okay, good.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ, the world famous KROQ.
KROQ.
Can you believe it? June's almost over. Pride Month goes away forever, and then Allie can go back to dating guys. Oh, isn't that a great thing?
It was all a phase.
Let's be honest time. It's our final round of Let's Be Honest, the month Pride, which means any questions you have for Allie, a real, living, breathing lesbian. We get questions from straight men. A lot of straight men have questions for lesbians. We've studied you our entire lives. You've been in our browsing history since the creation of the internet.
You mean _1 dope Mexican on Instagram who asked me, do you ever crave the D?
Great question. I wonder that all the time. I think maybe once in a while, I've got certain types of food I like, and then every once in a while I'm like, I have a weird craving for Indian food. No, I don't say that.
Every once in a while.
It's time for Let's Be Honest. Hit it.
Let's be honest. Let's put our lesbian to the test. She's the very best. Ooh, ooh. Let's be honest. You got a question she'll address. Come on, shake your breasts. Lesbians.
All right, 800-520-1067. You call, you text, and you can be a part of Let's Be Honest for the last time. If you don't get your questions answered today, you may have to hold on to those questions for an entire another year. Let's say hi to Uriel.
Hey, sorry guys, I had you on speaker. Good morning, Sweet
That's
Dibs.
all right. Good morning, Sweet Dibs. Question for a real-life lesbian. Go ahead.
Yeah, for the question.
Oh my God!
Got your question.
This guy's the best.
Well, it confirms that I will never go back.
Allie this is why she's into women. Guys like you.
I forgot.
Uriel, it's your big moment to shine now. Let's go.
Yeah, do lesbians celebrate Father's Day?
Great question.
Lesbians celebrate Father's Day.
It is something that we've talked about because Mother's Day is a double whammy for both of us, and I wish that both of us could just sit back and have breakfast made for us, but then no one would make breakfast.
Or clean it up.
Exactly.
Right.
So I pitched to Katie, why don't one of us celebrate Mother's Day and the other person celebrate Father's Day? And she said that I would be the one to celebrate Father's Day, which I agree, I would play that role. But the problem is that everybody else around us will still send me Mother's Day cards. I would have to make some kind of a statement to our family going, hey everybody.
Include her.
Include me in Father's Day. Do not send me a Mother's Day card. And I think even just the greeting cards alone, I would love to make the switch because the Mother's Day cards are so annoying and so you deserve to relax with a nice glass of wine. If you age, I wish that I had stupid fishing puns and stuff. I wish I had that goldfish in the hammock as a card for me because I think the Father's Day cards are at least a little more entertaining.
George, you're on with Allie. She's a lesbian, and she's answering questions. Honestly, this is Let's Be Honest. What's up?
Allie, boobs or butt?
Another great question.
Boobs or butt?
I think a lot of people would assume that because I'm a lesbian, I would choose the boobs. But
I've looked at you. I've watched you check out women, and you look at the butt. You're a butt girl.
I am a 100% a butt girl.
Yeah.
I will look at a butt. I'll look at a good butt regardless, but I think that women's butts are some of the most beautiful things that God ever created.
They are.
And I think that, their boobs are great. There's a lot of functions and stuff like that. I'm not really big on my boobs.
No, none of us are.
Yeah, so it's just not really that much of a point of interest. It's not like a make or break for me in terms of body. If I'm this person has great boobs. Sydney Sweeney, she's got great boobs, I get it, but it wouldn't be a deciding factor for me. If she had tiny boobs or weird lopsided boobs or giant areolas, but still a great butt, just as good to me.
I noticed you didn't say mind in any of this. You could have answered that a lot of different ways.
That wasn't the question.
Well, you could have.
It wasn't boobs or mind.
No, obviously, but you could have taken a nice moment there to let everyone know that what really counts is the boobs.
But that wouldn't be lesbian and honest.
Omar, what say you? I know you're not a lesbian, but you would obviously weigh in on this as well. Boobs, butt. Which one to you is more significant?
Oh, let's see. For me, boobs all the way. Yeah, I love them.
Sweet knockers.
Hell yeah.
Of course. That's why he likes cooking
it.
with Claudia.
No one has said mind, by the way.
No one said, Omar could have said mind, bro. Let me see if Jake's going to throw mind in there. Jake, boobs or butt?
Okay.
And Jake probably does say that. That's right.
That's why he's not getting laid.
Let's say hi to Sue on KROQ. It's Let's Be Honest time. Any question you have, Allie will answer them honestly, no matter how difficult the questions may be. And I don't know if we'll get to... Hey, Sue, hold on one second. I don't know if you saw this one on the text line, Allie, but someone did ask, 951, when scissoring, do you ever get that suction cup effect? Which I think is a valuable question.
It's funny. I also got an Instagram message about scissoring saying, if you guys are both freshly shaved, do you get razor burn?
Great. These are all good questions.
Which is true. But the suction cup effect I have never experienced.
Sue, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning, Sweet Dibbit.
Sweet Dibbit.
So what is your question for Allie?
Do you like Chapel Roan?
I love Chapel Roan. I actually just discovered her. It was like the weekend after Coachella and then I realized that she had played and that I didn't see her. I was so pissed. But she is amazing because she dresses like a drag queen, has this whole drag effect, super fun music, but then she's also queer and she writes songs about having sex with women, which is the best. I think the best of both worlds. But everybody who suggested her to me is straight.
Eddie.
Yes. Yep.
Eddie, you're on KROQ. Let's Be Honest time. What do you got?
Sweet knockers, guys.
Sweet knockers.
How do you eat your bananas? You break it up?
I've seen how this is a great question. And
you can tell between the guy-girl questions.
Yeah, they're very different.
Do you like this cool new artist versus how do you eat a banana?
Allie will throw the banana out and just lick the peel. I've watched her do this many times.
I actually motorboat the peel.
Yeah, that's her way of eating the banana. Eddie wants to know, do you ever eat full banana or do you break it into pieces first?
You know how I eat a banana.
You slap it on your face? No, how do you eat a banana?
I slap it on my
Is that a real question? How do you eat a banana?
No, I eat it, break it up into tiny little pieces.
Ivan on KROQ, let's be honest. What's up?
So, do you find it offensive if somebody says, hey, what's up, bro? Or, hey, what's up, man? You know?
No, weirdly, I like it. Johnny comes in every morning and says, what's up, fellers?
Yeah, Johnny does give us the
what's
fellas.
up? I don't know. I just want to be one of the boys.
We up, guys. You get throws that in there a lot, and Allie's just like, all right, nice.
I've never been one of those people who's like, let's get rid of the term guys. You know, how everyone says guys to guys and girls or everybody, and I think it's great.
Andrew, final question we have time for in this edition of Let's Be Honest. Make it a good one.
As a straight male, my question is, who pays for dinner when you guys go out?
This is a great question. This is really the question. And El Cheapo, I don't know if Allie's going to answer this as a lesbian or as El Cheapo.
It's so tough. You know what you do when you can't decide?
Let's talk about like a first date.
Break a glass and sprinkle it on top of your meal, and then no one has
pays,
to pay.
Right? There's shattered glass on the meal. That's an El Cheapo answer, though. But when you were first dating a woman, you were on a first date with a brand new woman. That must be a weird thing, right? The bill comes to the table. The both of you just look at it and go, what is this?
We just slide it back and forth over
just
and
keep
over
sliding
again.
it?
Sliding it,
Until someone's wrist hurts?
I can't remember back then. I think I was so broke back then that I could never pay for anything. So if anyone was willing to pay, I would let them. But now, since I'm the man in the relationship, Klein, and there has to be roles.
Got to be roles.
I'm actually the only person who remembers to bring payment. So
Smart.
I'm the one who pays.
K-Rock, we are Klein Alley Show. Moments away from bringing in the legend, Mr. Tom Morello will be here. Insert your favorite Tom Morello project here. Could it be Rage, or Prophets of Rage, or all? I mean, there's just so many. You could go on and on and on. And Tom Morello in the K-Rock studios in mere moments. First, though, let's get a look at what's going on in the world with your news. Got some more lift tickets for you as well, because tomorrow is officially ditch day. So excuses on the ready so we can all join forces at Snow Summit. Skiing, snowboarding, day drinking, and more. Got a pair of lift tickets for you coming up the second Allie's done with the ADD News. And I just found out that Tom Morello brought some tickets to see him at his show at the Fonda Theater on February 7th. So we'll get you into that as well. Here's your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Just a couple of updates on this American Airlines flight crash. It's the first major U.S. airline disaster since 2009, and they believe that all passengers are dead. They are currently recovering bodies. They said 64 people were on the American Airlines flight, including some young Olympic figure skaters and their families and coaches. 3 people were on the military helicopter who were on a test flight, and the plane was in the process of landing at Reagan Airport when the Black Hawk military helicopter entered its path, and it seems some of the reports are saying that they were directed to follow that aircraft, like follow the plane, and it's unknown as to why they went in front of the plane. Flights are about to resume at Reagan Airport. They had paused all the flights from that airport, and now I believe in the next 2 minutes they're going to resume flights, and that's probably going to be a complete S show. But as they recover some of the passengers that lost their lives in this crash, I didn't realize that they used the help of city cruise lines to recover bodies. They're using Hornblower City Cruises.
Oh, yeah. I've been on those before.
To assist in emergency response.
Yeah. I mean, that's like my home airport. When I fly home to see my parents, that's the airport I go in and out of.
So usually. You know it well.
Know it very well.
Is it always very crowded? And
no,
they're saying that it's very congested and that it's, there's way too many flights coming in and out of there.
Look, I have no idea what the flight patterns. I mean, I knew there's been a lot of times I've been waiting on the runway because we're 28th for takeoff, so that's probably not a good indication. Wow. But I always like that's my airport of choice in the D.C. area.
Well, Dulles I've been to, and that place is sad.
Terrible.
Very sad.
BWI, forget that. No offense, Baltimore, but you suck. So, yeah, that was my go-to. Regardless, it doesn't matter now. I mean, the thing is so sad, tragic, obviously, and really just terrible situation.
Well,
seems so avoidable
with
for so
all
many
the
reasons.
things that have been going on with Boeing and everyone's fears of flying have sort of had a resurgence, right? Like when flying wasn't as frequent, people were terrified because it was like, oh my God, I'm in the sky, this new concept. And then it became so regular that I feel like the fear of flying became such an afterthought in terms of things that people are afraid of.
Yeah.
And now it has really come back to the forefront because of all the altercations that happen on flights, all of the problems and screws flying off, and then now things like this. I believe that fear of flying classes and things like that are going to make a big comeback. My mom took fear of flying classes when she was younger.
When I'm boarding the plane, I walk up and down that aisle. I see a lot of people popping pills. A lot of people are getting Xanaxed up for flights now, in general. And I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
I mean, it makes sense. All right. Obviously, the Grammys are happening this weekend. It's music's biggest night. And they've already said that there are going to be some tributes to the spirit of Los Angeles. And, obviously talking about what a great city it is for music and the long process of rebuilding after the fires. But there's also going to be a tribute to the life and legacy of legend Quincy Jones. So they've announced some new performers. Coldplay's Chris Martin will be there. Cynthia Erivo. You've got Janelle Monáe, John Legend, Lainey Wilson, Sheryl Crow, my girl, St. Vincent, and Stevie Wonder. So all of those have been added.
Between the Grammys this weekend, the Fire Aid show happening tonight.
Busy week for musicians.
All of the greatest musicians in the world. And Tom Morello here at K-Rock. I mean, it's really all of the greats are all right here in Southern California right now. And Omar Khan with his clarinet.
Playing?
Thank you.
He's going to be, by the way,
he's going to be doing the In Memoriam segment.
Omar, I just want to warn you. I know you're going to give us your clarinet performance coming up.
I know who's in the next room.
Tom Morello is here, so he will be witnessing you play your clarinet.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
And then
Tom, let's not keep Tom waiting. Let's just skip to Tom.
No.
I think,
All right?
hey, he needs to hear that.
He's requested that.
And he's heard a lot of musicians and bands when they were first starting out and said, hey, I see potential there. So if he can scout you, I think it would be a big win. And then finally for the Super Bowl, I know a lot of people said they're boycotting, they're not going to watch it, but it seems like advertisers are very well aware that you probably will be watching it because now it has reached a record high for ad space and how many millions of dollars you're going to pay just for 30 seconds. It's now at $8 million, which is higher than I think it was 7 or 7.5 last year.
All right. Well,
and they believe that 10 or more companies have bought that ad space.
If you are a company and couldn't quite afford a Super Bowl commercial, but you'd like to advertise on Klein Alley's show, we will accept your dollars.
If you got about, $750, $800.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll show up.
You get a 6-month run for that.
We'll legally change Postmaster Johnny's name to whatever your company is for $50. I'm not even kidding. We'll take it. Call us now. Brand new hour of the show starts now, and we got your lift tickets. If you'd like to win, call us. 800-520-1067. Ditch Day is tomorrow at Snow Summit. We want to get you in now.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
All right, we'll get into a brand new hour of the show in just a moment and pick up caller 20. Let me clear out some phone lines. Chris, you've been on hold for a bit. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I guess you moved on already from the topic, but I just wanted to say that I actually had a colonoscopy the other year, and they pretty much said that there's nothing wrong with you. The doctor, in doctor terms, said you just eat like crap and you need to work out more.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a good line in general if you're a doctor. I mean, that's what I would say to everyone. Just work out more, eat better. Seems like it's easy. Drink more water. It's big advice right there. Sleep better, drink. We all know what we have to do, but the question is, can we do it? And will we do it?
Every professional, that's their advice to any human being.
Yeah, this was the first doctor, though, that really grilled me on my questionnaire about how much I drink alcohol. Because he says, you clicked here that you drink whatever the choice was, like seldomly, which was, I think, a few times a week.
That's seldomly?
Well, I think
a few times a week?
That was the problem, because I clicked seldomly, but then I wrote like 3 to 4 things a week.
Because you didn't know what seldomly meant?
Yeah, and he goes, that's not seldomly. I was like, I thought it was. 3 to 4 times a week drinking seems pretty seldom to me.
You don't drink that much. You don't drink 3 to 4 times a week.
I don't drink to excess 3 to 4 times a week, but would I have a drink? Yeah, 3 to 4 times a week? Yeah, on a slow week.
You do? No, you don't. What are you drinking? Are you drinking a vodka soda every night?
Not every night. Whoa, hold on. When did this turn on me? I'm not going to get up
I just got off the phone with your doctor.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have, I'd say 2 nights of the week, I would maybe make myself a drink at home, to wind down. And then if I go out.
Like a little cocktail bar, you got a shaker?
I don't have a shaker. I just pour some booze in a cup with some ice and drink it. And then if I go out, let's assume I go out 1 night a week.
Yeah, that I don't count.
Well, okay. So then.
But I'm saying you're going out and drinking at least once a week?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, seldom.
That's not seldom.
That is seldom.
I mean, if you got once
at 7.
Yeah, that's like.
Well, no, I'm saying once a week is seldom, but if you are 3 to 4 times a week going out or drinking at home, are you drinking alone?
Yeah. Not like
why are you getting on Jake about his drinking?
Not alone, Allie, but for instance, I'll sit there.
Yeah, he's with his kids.
Yeah,
he's ignoring his children.
Yeah, the kids will be there. We'll all throw them back together. I'll be like, let's go. Daddy needs a new.
Taste this, and then I laugh when they gag.
Yeah, it's okay. They drink the flavored vodka. It goes down smooth. Okay. This hour on the show, the legend known as Mr. Tom Morello, Rage Against the Machine, has already arrived. I will say this about this rock star. He is prompt. Actually early, which is crazy. You never see that. He'll be joining us. Omar's going to blow your mind with his big performance. Oh, that's coming up right after Lola Young on KROQ. That's Messy on KROQ. It's about to get a lot messier as DJ Omar Khan is going to world premiere his first song ever that he's learned to play on a clarinet.
Are you sure you want to do this?
No, I don't, but it's your forced resolution,
Okay.
and I think we're going to get both ends of the musical spectrum because we'll get Omar playing clarinet for the first time, and then we're going to get legend Tom Morello in here to talk about Tom Morello going solo, and lots going on. Let's go ahead and quickly give away these lift tickets to caller 20, which puts us in North Hollywood. We say hi to Victor. Good morning, Victor.
Yo, what's going on, Klein?
Victor, you are caller 20, so tomorrow get an excuse ready. We'll see you at Snow Summit, all right?
Let's get it. Let's do it.
All right, we got drinks, we got food, I believe. We got skiing, snowboarding, everything you could hope for, and we'll bring a bunch of tickets with us up there, including tickets to see Tom Morello. So hold on 1 second. Victor, hang tight.
All right,
Thank you. That's Victor from North Hollywood. He'll be there tomorrow. We got more lift tickets for you to win today and tomorrow, and then we'll all join forces at the top of Snow Summit around 1 o'clock tomorrow at Tommy's Bar. All right. We were all given a forced New Year's resolution this year. I have to lose weight. Luckily, my illness is doing it for me. Allie,
You're killing it.
I'm killing it, and it's killing me. It's a lot of fun. Allie, of course, reconnecting with old friends. Jake is journaling, and Omar had to learn a new instrument, a hobby, and we decided he was forced to learn the clarinet.
Yeah.
He'll be performing his first song now. It had to be good or else you fail. Just so you know, in the other room, Tom Morello, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, I should point out, is going to be listening to this. So you have an audience.
Legend.
You're a
Rock
legend.
legend.
Rock
Yeah.
legend. So go whenever you're ready, Omar. This is
All
the
right.
clarinet, and this is Omar's forced resolution, his first ever performance actually on the clarinet.
Oh my God!
I like it.
That's enough. I don't think we need the other verse.
Come on, let me finish.
I mean,
I think I'm still
my God.
following.
which one is that? Is that Happy Birthday?
That's
Twinkle,
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 Little
man.
Star.
Come on.
I couldn't even place it.
I got it at the beginning, and then twinkle, little star. I don't know. What
I'm
that
telling
is.
you, dude, it's the janky clarinet, man.
I don't think it's the janky clarinet.
I like it.
Hey, when a legend like Tom Morello plays the guitar and he hits a sour note, does he blame the guitar?
No, he does not. No, he does
Isn't it
not.
a sour note?
He is a master of every instrument, of any quality.
You know, it's funny because when Tom's in here in a moment, we're going to talk about the, quote, special guest that's joining him at the Fonda on February 7th. And I don't know what Omar's calendar looks like on February 7th, but I'm just
down,
saying.
Tom.
He's got an instrument on the ready. We're going to come back. When we return from this quick break, the legend, for so many things, I'm beyond excited to bring this man into our studios. In fact, someone pointed out on the text line just a moment ago, Tony Hawk, followed by Tom Morello. We are giving this person their favorite people on planet Earth multiple days in a row here at KROQ. It's the very least we can do. They didn't mention us, by the way, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Tom Morello in our studio next.
Here, I'll
Can't
play
wait
you
for
into
that.
break.
All right, Omar, you play us in the
Go
break.
on.
Go ahead. Same song. Nailing it.
What you
Coachella might be one of the most iconic music festivals in the world.
All right, music festival goers, the Coachella lineup is here. Let's talk about Coachella.
This is going to be epic.
The Coachella lineup has just been announced. Headliners are Lady Gaga, Green Day, and Post Malone.
All week on KROQ. Win a pair of 3-day passes to Coachella.
April 11th through 13th and 18th through 20th. Empire Polo Club in Dio. Featuring. Hey, this is Billy Joe from Green Day. Green Day, Post Malone, Lady Gaga, Megan Thee Stallion, Travis Scott, Jimmy Eat World. The Prodigy, The Original Misfits, The Beaches, Reba Doobie, Joe, Basement Jaxx, and tons more. Listen at 9, noon, 3, and 6 to win your way in with 3-day passes to Coachella. World Famous KROQ on the World Famous KROQ.
KROQ.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Postmaster Johnny's entered the KROQ studios now. You're going to get inside of his brain in just a moment. Chance for you to win some tickets and bragging rights. And, of course, Johnny Doesn't Know has become a bit of a staple around these parts. Although people are very upset about Johnny Doesn't Know. I don't want to... let's not waste time with the
naysayers.
I mean, there's a ton of messages here about Johnny, and I don't want to...
This message is for Douchemaster Johnny.
Douchemaster Johnny. I don't like these names, Johnny. I don't know why people are upset about things.
Well, let's play them anyways.
Let's. You're right, Johnny.
Let's play them, though.
Good point, Johnny.
Go
ahead.
Let's play them anyway.
Calling out men for rolling their backpack.
This guy's mad that you don't like...
okay. He's a roller, then.
This guy rolls his backpack. He's a man who rolls his backpack, and Johnny says he's got a problem with any man that rolls their backpack.
Telling them to grow up, to be a man. How about stop watching SpongeBob? Stop quoting SpongeBob. Stop learning stuff from SpongeBob.
Yep.
Why don't you grow up and be a man, Johnny?
See, this guy's very upset. You really struck a nerve with that guy.
He hit me hard right there.
I love that you're like, all right, that's enough. I will not take this
attack
bashing of backpack rollers. What a cause to be passionate about.
Well, Johnny did claim in his last round of Johnny Thoughts that there's something about a man that rolls a backpack that makes him really question if that's even a man at all. This is what he said.
Is it an ick to anybody else to ever see a man just rolling a backpack anywhere? Like, pick it up, bro. Like, wear it on your back or, like, over your shoulder. And you gotta roll it everywhere.
You fired up that guy. All right, so we got questions this week about cars because Johnny dealt with some car trouble, and as we found out, he doesn't know an awful lot about cars, car culture, or how cars work. So all you got to do is predict will Johnny know or not know the answers to these questions in this round of Johnny Doesn't Know.
Johnny doesn't know.
I don't even know that.
Oh, Johnny doesn't know.
I wasn't even a sperm in my father's whatever.
Johnny doesn't know. Johnny doesn't know.
Johnny Cochran.
That's OJ's real name?
Johnny doesn't know.
You thought the J in OJ stands for Johnny?
Wasn't it like Orpheus Johnny or like...
Orpheus Johnny, you got it. Rondo. You're off to a good start.
Whatever that dude's name was, R.I.P.
All right, Johnny.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're more knowledgeable about cars now that you went through it? I mean, I saw you were in a tow truck. You got to ride with the tow truck driver. You got to talk about cars. You've been in the shop, in and out of the shop a few times. Do you feel like you know more now than you did a week ago?
Oh, definitely not. There's so much to know about cars.
All right, let's say hi to Crystal. We'll start with the baddies, make our way up and down these phone lines. And this is Johnny Doesn't Know Cars. You ready, Crystal?
Yeah, I'm ready, Sweet Dibbits.
All right, well, Sweet Dibbits, will Johnny know what type of car is associated with James Bond? Will Johnny know what type of car is associated with the great James Bond? I'm going to say 0 chance, but it doesn't matter what we think. What do you think?
I don't think so either.
Allie, I think he's got a shot at this? Even a shot?
I just don't see Johnny as a James Bond fanatic.
Right.
I don't know that he's seen any James Bond movies, so for that reason, I would say no.
It's pretty well known, though, right? One specific brand of car that is always associated with James Bond.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny, she doesn't think he'll know. I don't think he'll know. Every once in a while, though, you learn this from some weird Family Guy episode where it was brought up. So
no, I can't watch Family Guy. I wasn't allowed to watch that when I was a kid.
Well, you're grown up now.
Yeah, but it's kind of whatever.
You still can't watch it? You're 26.
I couldn't watch it, but now it's like instilled in me, like, hey, I better not watch that Family Guy clip. Like, I can't watch that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
Are there all of your childhood rules still in place? Or
no, just that one. Just that
all
one.
right. So, Johnny, which car is best associated with the great James Bond?
Well, check it out. I love James Bond. Daniel Craig, Pierce Brosnan.
Oh,
those are
okay.
my boys. Love the.
So you've seen the James Bond movie?
Yes, I love Bond. I know he drives a silver car, and it's a coupe, and it's like the one all the spies have. I don't know the brand of the car.
Were you about to say gender of the car?
I was going to say the genre of the car. I don't know what genre the car is, but
if you had to take a guess, though, I mean, it is a make, right? There is a make of car. It's silver, and so you think all the spies drive that car. But what brand?
I'm thinking British cars. I don't know many British cars, but I know Aston Martin. That's the only one I know.
Say that again?
Aston Martin.
Like Ashton Kutcher, but Aston Martin?
Ashton Martin is the name of the car.
Okay.
Aston Martin.
You know what? He kind of got there. Crystal.
Yes?
It's Aston Martin, but okay,
Yes!
you were close, and he
That
got there.
counts.
I'm going to give
Yes,
I'm going to give Johnny the point on that one.
I'm
right?
surprised.
All
Really
right.
surprised.
Yeah.
I'm shocked you got there. Ashton Martin.
Blimey, mate.
All right, we go to the next. I'm sorry,
Blimey,
Crystal.
mate.
Blimey, mate.
Let's say hi to Jason and give Jason a shot at this edition of Johnny Doesn't Know Cars. Johnny, what is the difference between a V6 and a V8? Will Johnny know that, yes or no?
Definitely not.
All right.
He's going to say the two numbers?
With a definitely not. Do you know the
He's
difference?
going to say there are two numbers?
I don't even know if we'll get that far. But,
two numbers apart.
Johnny,
He's not wrong.
What is the difference between a V6 and a V8? Jason says you will not know.
V6 has 6 cylinders, 8 cylinders. V8 has 8 cylinders, mostly found in big, huge trucks or like really big, heavy like cars. Like you ever heard like the guy like actually I can't say that, but you know what?
The new V8 engine.
No, it was kind of like when people do street takeovers and they're kind of like no quema, and it's like V6 or V8.
Right.
I might be speaking a foreign language, you guys. I don't think you guys understand it.
That's all right, Johnny. Johnny, once again, you got it right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, there we go. See?
Well, I know.
I know car stuff.
I don't know the second part of what you said, but the first part.
Yeah, that might have to take a while to explain, but yeah.
Let's go to Marco in Huntington Beach for Johnny doesn't know. He's on a bit of a streak right now. Hey, Marco.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning.
Hi.
Will Johnny know which country gives us brands like BMW and Mercedes? Will Johnny know what country those hail from? Yes or no?
BMW and Mercedes. I am going to say yes.
All right, with confidence. Marco says you will know that. Johnny, what country brings us brands, car brands like BMW and Mercedes? He looks dumbfounded right now.
Well, this is just my normal face. Aren't those British cars too?
I need a country, specific country.
Those are British cars. BMW.
Do you know what country British is?
Oh, England, New England.
New England.
But, yeah. But also, too, those are British cars.
Hold on, excuse me. Hold on.
Klein just did a
I think
double
you're
take.
dumbfounded.
Hold on. You said so many things there. You went British, and then you jumped to England, and now you're saying New England?
Yes, New England car. English. Excuse me. English cars.
Just hear Marco in the background going,
oh boy.
Oh, boy. He said yes. So you're going to go with New England?
Let's go. Yeah, what is New England? Go ahead.
What is New England?
British cars. Yes.
What is New England?
New England is
Let me just start by saying that New England is in America.
What country or what part of the state is that?
What part of the state?
Where does it say New England out of the 50 states?
When
is New England
when the
too?
people from the regular England came over to America, they created New England.
So it's on the East Coast, because it's definitely not a West Coast
That's right. You got that.
Well, like which state?
But more importantly, let's get back to the question that matters. These cars are from Germany.
How are you alive?
We have a bigger question here.
Yeah. Which college did you go to again?
Shout out Santa Monica College. Now enrolling till December 13th.
Let's say hi to, I'm sorry, Marco, you went with Johnny, and he really messed you up good there. And all of us. Let's say hi to
Wait,
Rick.
where did the car come from? What brand are those
They're
cars?
German cars.
Oh, German.
I said that.
Did you really?
Yes.
Wow. Jeez.
Are they regular German cars or new German cars?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Josh, I'm sorry. Thank you for putting up with us here at KROQ this morning.
No one's gotten theirs right yet.
Johnny doesn't know cars. You ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, this could be like a one and done. Johnny, do you know the name of the first car that was mass produced? This is a well-known bit of information. First car that
Another
was produced
history question.
on an assembly line. This is something that if you don't know a lot about cars, but I feel like everyone knows this car. Josh, will he know this, yes or no?
I'm going to go with a yes.
He says you will know this. It is a well-known fact about cars.
See, I thought you would have asked me questions about the movie Cars, the Disney Pixar movie Cars. That's
Do you think Johnny doesn't know Cars was about the Pixar movies?
Yes, like I thought you were going to ask, like, what car is Sally from Cars? She is a blue Porsche.
All right, well. Finale show. The man behind that song is sitting in our studio right now. Please say hello to Tom Morello. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Tom Morello is here. What's going on,
Thank you for
everybody?
being here, and thank you for all of the music you've given us. Whenever we have Rage on KROQ, it just instantly puts us in better moods right away.
It gets your blood flowing, no
It
matter
sure does.
what.
And I was wondering, because of all the years, you've heard your music, obviously. Athletes will use it to hype them up. You'll hear them just... and if it's an athlete you don't like or someone you don't like, but it's your song and you like it, what do you, just pretend it didn't happen? Or
No. I think I've always enjoyed the great music casts a wide net.
Yeah.
And then some people will listen to it that it really, it may change their mind about things. Other people listen to it and they may just pump iron to it, and God bless them.
I've said for a while, and I don't know if you agree with this or not, that you in some ways I feel like are like the Bob Dylan of our generation. And I say that because you have used music to spread messages that are much, I think, sometimes bigger than the songs themselves.
Sure.
And does that put a pressure on you where I think a lot of people are going, how do I write a hit song? And it's more about writing a hit song. And I think you've always been, at least it seems like, You're more about, I want the message to be more
absolutely.
important.
Like, I'm now 21, 22 albums in to a career, between Rage, Audioslave, my solo stuff, a couple records with Bruce Springsteen. And, from a very early age, like, I self-identified both as an activist and as a guitar player. And so trying to find a way to weave those two together has been the challenge. It's not like pressure, I've got to be involved in a song about something that's going on, in the newspaper today. It's a pressure about like staying, which frankly, like my North Star hasn't changed much since I was 17 years old. Mm-hmm. And so that's pretty easy to do. And even from the earliest days of Rage Against the Machine, it's great to sell records, but I've made some of the records I'm most proud of are ones that have sold a fraction of the Rage records, where it's just truly what I believe in my art and in my music in that moment.
But there are some times where I'm sure you've felt challenged when it comes to, sticking to your values, like the whole thing on SNL about getting locked into that room by security because, it was like Forbes was hosting and, he's a Republican and you're very, you're very open about your stance. Those moments I'm sure have made you question like your own conviction and going, hey, maybe I should lay off. Did you ever feel?
Never once. Not once in my life. My heroes growing up were not just Eddie Van Halen and the Clash. They were the Black Panther Party, and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and some of those like 60s radicals and global. My mom was involved in the Kenya's liberation movement. So the idea that you'd be intimidated to change your opinion, like it never entered my mind. I will tell you the one of the most important things that ever happened in my musical career was failure. I was in a band called Lockup before Rage Against the Machine. We're on Geffen Records, right? And we did, I was 22, 23, and they were like they were the experts. The manager they were people that had been involved in hit records, and
Guns N' Roses,
right. And so like people had a lot of suggestions, and the band's music, in my opinion, kind of got watered down. It was much more kind of left leaning and alternative, and my guitar playing was the beginnings of the style that I would have, more unorthodox style I would have later in Rage Against the Machine. But we did everything they said because they were the experts, and we made a record that I wasn't particularly proud of. We got dropped 15 minutes after it came out, and that failure allowed me to. I was 27 years old, done. I had had my grab at the brass ring. I had failed, and so I said, well, I'm never going to be a rock star. I'm never going to make records, but I'm still a musician, and I made a solemn vow that I was never going to play another note of music that I didn't believe in. And that's when I began writing riffs that would be my contribution to the first Rage
What was the plan B job? So when you accepted it in your head, all right, well, this rock and roll thing ain't going to work because we got dropped. And even though you just said, I'm going to keep playing music because I love music, but did you were you going to start applying for jobs?
Well, crazily, like my job was, I was the scheduling secretary for a U.S. senator.
Oh,
and then I was an exotic dancer.
Whoa.
Dude, that's a moneymaker.
Well, the rent is not going to pay itself.
That's right.
You know what I mean? In either case. But I worked for Senator Alan Cranston, and it was, people sometimes go like, have you ever thought about going into public office? Oh, hell no. Because I've seen how the sausage is made, and it's worse than you could possibly imagine.
So the sausage was made as an exotic dancer as well.
Yeah, that's right. That was his name. Yeah. The sausage is made. It's very popular. Tom Morello is hanging out in KROQ right now, but we'll be doing two shows. Both will be benefiting fire relief. House of Blues, that'll be happening on Thursday in Anaheim. Yep. And then, of course, the Fonda Theater with special guests. That's happening on Friday, February 7th. You have played, obviously, many shows in front of hundreds of thousands of people, and now you're going to these smaller venues, and this is Tom Morello doing it your way, no band.
Sure. Oh, no, there's a band. This is like...
Right, but it's you.
No blockbuster.
And as a result, it's a small, intimate setting where you get to really see the faces of pretty much all the people there.
Yeah.
How does that change for you?
Yeah. Honestly, if... I love playing the huge festival shows, whether it's on my own or with the bands I've been in. And then in a venue like that, like my job, I think, is a very simple one. It's on that night in that room to create a little bit of the world that you'd like to one day see. That's it. You know what I mean? That you connect. And also, like, I feel like in a lot of ways, like I'm carrying the torch. Like, Audioslave is not around. Rage Against the Machine is not around. Those fans and those songs are ones that I honor in the show, as well as like my solo stuff too. And then the LA shows are always about, like we did a show at the benefit for Jail Guitar Doors and a memorial for Wayne Kramer of the MC5 who passed recently. He was a good friend. And so I always just sort of like go through my phone and like see who's in town on that night. And it was RZA from Wu-Tang, and it was Chuck D from Public Enemy. It was one of the Marleys. It was Ben Harper and Little Steven from the E Street Band. band. So at these shows, there's likely going to be some surprise guests that are going to be pretty awesome.
Is your son going to be one of the surprise guests?
Roman Morello will be present and accounted for. He is. I have been relegated. I am now the rhythm guitar player in the Morello family, as my 13-year-old is shining bright.
This is the first time that you guys were kind of touring together,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
so was he like, Dad, get into my dressing room? Like, what was the relationship like?
He toured with me last summer. We've done a couple of songs together. One is Soldier in the Army of Love, which he wrote the riff from.
We're going to listen to this, by the way, in a second. If you haven't heard it yet. It's a great song.
And then he wrote the music for the theme song for the movie Venom, like the end title for that. Anyway, he's very talented. It's not nepotism if your kid's that effing good, is the way that I look at it.
And your goal now is to ride on his coattails for the next 10 years.
That's right. I sit outside of his door and I'm like, I want that riff.
Does he get an allowance?
He does always ask at these events, like, how much am I getting paid? And I said, your room and board will continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you later on how much you actually made.
Soldier in the Army of Love is a song that is going to be on an album that we were promised would be coming in the year 2025. We are in the year 2025 now. That's so vague because in my mind, I mean January 1st, 2025, we're getting a new Tom Morello album. But at some point this year, still 2025 is the year.
Like, this is like, of all the this is like the first real Tom Morello solo rock album. There will be some guests on it, but it's basically going to be a lot, the sort of the twin goalposts are the Morellian riffage of Rage and Audio Slave, and then sort of my love of like Bruce Springsteen's Darkness on the Edge of Town, somewhere between those two goalposts.
We're going to listen to this right now, Soldier in the Army of Love. If you hear the guitar and you say, that's great, that is not Tom. I want to point that out. That is his son.
That's right.
Tom is on this as well.
He's just keeping the rhythm.
He's just keeping it going. When we get back, if you have anything you'd like to rage again, we do this thing on the show called 10 Seconds of Rage. We do it. We always think people have a little bit of air they got to let out of the balloon so they don't blow up.
Oh,
dear. Anything you want to rage against, about, could be something big, something small. Call us now, 800-520-1067. Our favorite rager will get themselves tickets to the show happening at the Fonda Theater with Tom Morello and special guest on Friday, February 7th. Here is Tom Morello and his son in the Army of Love on KROQ. Tom Morello on KROQ, Soldier in the Army of Love. Hell yeah, Tom.
There you have it.
Well done. I understand why the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame decided to make you a member. and then you get to decide who gets to get in next. I mean, you get to give your input, right?
I get my input.
And do they listen to you as they should?
I don't get to decide who gets in next. I'm on the committee that makes the ballot every year. So there's a lot of infighting in the room. Then a ballot goes out to a wider votership, and they decide who gets in.
For 2025, I know there are some new bands that are eligible now, like Linkin Park and Sum 41 and things like that. Do you take those into consideration, the newly eligible? Because I know you've also had like a case for Iron Maiden for a while.
Iron Maiden is the one where, like, I had when they made the mistake of letting me in the room to plead my case. I had like a hit list of bands, and I was so outraged that they weren't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Not artists, but there's a lot of managers and folks. Yeah, I
would imagine
come sniffing around.
Hey, you need a watch? What do you need? A new guitar? People are on the phone now. They'd love to rage for you. Of course, up for grabs. We have tickets to go see Tom Morello at the Fonda Theater. Show happening on the 7th, although we do have a lot of listeners in Anaheim as well, so you can catch Tom Morello at the House of Blues Anaheim on the 6th. That is next Thursday. And as you know, raging is sometimes about important things in the world, equality, and, but every once in a while people have things that are a little bit more petty they'd like to rage against. So they'll have 10 seconds. You will help us determine who is the best rager, and they will get some tickets. We'll start with Matt. Matt, what is your issue? You're on with the great Tom Morello.
Morning, guys. Morning, Tom.
Good morning.
I just wanted to come in and just rage about the fact that Costco ditched the churro for their pretty meh cookies.
Okay. Is that all you got?
I'm just pretty mad about that. Yeah.
You're mad about the churro going away at Costco.
I love the churro, yeah.
All right.
Well, everyone has a cause, right, Tom?
There's a lot of problems in the world. We'll add that one to the list.
Number one. Number one. Aaron, 10 seconds to rage to Tom Morello. Go ahead.
Is slow walkers. They see you coming and you have to stop, and they take their time. Like, dude, I just waited already. Like, your time's up. The hands up.
Slow walkers.
I get so mad.
Slow walkers.
People
Tom.
who are walkers. Are you a slow walker?
People are calling in. They really have this. Okay, this is an interesting.
These are things that fire people up.
I say this is an interesting segment.
Yeah. Tom's going to rage against the segment in general. Nora, you have 10 seconds. Go.
I'm raging about people that get on the fast track and don't fast track their asses to work. I'm paying for the fast track to go faster, and yet I'm going along with the rest of the freaking traffic because this dummy in front of me is not going fast on the fast track.
That's good rage right there.
Yeah, there you
She's
have
fired
it.
up.
So churros and the speed at which you're going to the next place are the top two contenders right now.
Those are the big ones, I would say. Yeah. Alex, we give two more people a chance to rage, and then Tom is very busy. This guy's in a lot.
I got to tell you, I'm not feeling my tickets going to anybody so far. Let's up the ante.
Alex, go ahead. Go ahead. We got tickets on the line.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Tom. I'm raging against my boss, Tony, for always complaining that I'm doing too much work and showing to work early just to do my job, just because he doesn't know how to do his own job himself, and I call him out on it every day.
I'm feeling that. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a little workers' rights issue there. You're now getting a little bit closer to my wheelhouse.
See, Tom, you can sense passion.
I can.
And you can hear it
I'm
in his
against
voice.
Tony, too, so let's go.
Anytime the boss is kind of doing that thing where you know more than the boss, but they're the boss. It's an annoying, similar to your agreement with Geffen Records,
That's right.
You knew more and you knew it going in. Ruben, we give you this is really the final one to try to wow Tom Morello. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up? I just wanted to rage about all the people going to Costco and picking up all the Pokemon boxes just to scalp them and sell them for higher prices.
People are really upset with Costco.
Yes, I'm scamming there.
Churros, there's a lot of people that are loading up.
Well, resellers is a very frustrating thing, though. I mean, people are making money doing actual hard work, and then there are other people that are just buying stuff and reselling it.
When you see your tickets being sold for $20,000, and you're like, we put them up for $200, that's got to make you furious.
Yeah. There's some ways to combat that. But I think we have a clear winner. It's the class warfare guy.
Okay.
The guy that it was his beef is with Tony. We've now outed Tony.
Alex, congratulations. Your boss, maybe a terrible boss, but they scored you some tickets to see Tom Morello at the Fonda Theater. You will be there on Friday night, all right?
Oh, sweet. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you.
You're very
You
welcome.
could even bring the boss to the show and teach him a real lesson.
You don't deserve it.
You don't deserve it. I love
Fair
that.
enough. Fair enough.
Tom, congratulations. We don't need to say this on everything you've done. Thank you for everything you've done. We love listening to you on KROQ over the years. You've obviously played some of our shows over the years. You know, when this new album comes out, please come back.
Of course.
So we can all talk, and you can bring your son, or maybe just bring your son at that point, right? I could take the
You won't
day,
need
right?
me anymore. The baton is passed.
And of course, for all things, we'll update it on the socials, but you better believe that when this album drops, it's going to be the best. Go to the show, support Tom Morello, House of Blues, Anaheim, and then, of course, the Fonda happening next Friday. The great Tom Morello on the World Famous KROQ.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Klein Alley Show. Bobby, you're on the phone. What's up, buddy?
Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going?
Good. What can we do for you?
Hey, man, that song was amazing. Thank you for playing it.
Omar, play it again? I think he's talking about Omar's song.
Let me grab that clarinet.
Hold on. I know what song you're talking about.
This is called Soldier in the Army of Love by Tom Morello.
This is called Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Hold on, Omar. He's requested your song. Go whatever you want, Bobby. We got you. There you go.
Yeah.
Is that what you're looking for? Thank you, Bob. Yeah, that Tom Morello song was great. In fact, on the way out of here, it's funny, we were talking about Super Bowl stuff with Tom, and he
was like, I buy into it now.
That it could be potentially the fix is in.
Yeah.
It could be, could be.
He's like, will they still make money if Taylor Swift is not a part of the equation? Yes. But will they make more money if she is?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's interesting. That's a guy that I think knows a lot. He's a deep thinker, that Tom Morello. Well, anyway, thanks for joining us. That was cool.
I can't believe we didn't have time for 323's 10 Seconds of Rage. I really wanted to get through so I could rage about Trump's neck vagina.
Oh, the neck vagina. I'm so turned on and disgusted at the same time. I don't know how to feel. Quick break. We're back with more show, your Lyft tickets, and your Coachella tickets, all next on KROQ.
The world famous KROQ. Klein Alley Show. KROQ. KROQ.
This Friday, you deserve a day off. The scammiest of all the scams going on, I'd have to imagine, are the pet psychics. But it's a booming business now, to the point.
I would say life coaches and pet psychics.
Yeah, and if you are one of these people, and if your business card actually says both of those on there, I bet you the back of your card says free at Vistaprint. But I also bet that it is, for some reason, it's one of these things where who can call if someone is if your life coach is getting free business cards at Vistaprint, you want to find a different life coach.
They need their own life coach.
Here's the thing, though, the pet psychic. It's like in some ways, people want to believe so much that they are communicating with their animals. They can't speak English to each other, so I can communicate. And if the animals no longer with us, I get it. I lost a dog recently. It's very sad. I still think about Chloe a lot, but
as a dog psychic yourself, Klein, have you been able to speak to Chloe?
All the time. I know exactly what she's doing. And
what is she doing?
She's urinating on God's rug right now. And the reality is, if you'd like to connect with a pet, present and or past pet, you can call us at 800-520-1067. I will give you a free connection with your animal, something that would cost you normally hundreds, if not thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And a lot of these pet psychics, the really good ones, you can't even get with them because the wait is like 2-3 years.
Yeah, one of the last ones we talked to, I think it was like a 3-year wait list. And Klein will not only talk to your dead dog, but will also read the mind of your current dog, because that's what some of these psychic mediums do.
Dog, cat, hamster, whatever you're into.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and turn. I was also a skeptic, but
What's Kibby thinking?
Kibby's thinking, please end it.
Yeah.
Kill me.
I know that too, and
she likes it.
Kibby wants out of that relationship so badly, and everyone knows that. You don't have to have special power.
Yeah,
and
don't pay $1 for that advice.
800-520-1067. I'll only have time for a few of them, so you got to get through early, because if not,
he's going to have a wait list by the time we're done here.
I will also be back jammed through 2028.
Well, the reason that we're bringing this up too is that there is another dog medium / pet medium who was speaking out about whether or not dogs can see ghosts, and she seems to think that all dogs can see ghosts, but not all humans can see ghosts. So you have to be in tune with your dog and connecting with your dog in order for them to tell you whether you're in a house that is full of ghosts and whether they're threatening spirits and all that stuff. And if you have a dog who is having weird behavior, they of course can sense that stuff because they have a sixth sense that humans don't have.
They can smell better, they can hear better, they can see better. And
sense, general sense of your surroundings and whether or not energy is weird.
This is why they claim that if you look at any of these videos that get released after an earthquake hits, they go like the dogs were being all weird and squirmy, sometimes even like an hour before the earthquake because they could sense it or whatever else is going on. And they got the dogs that are supposedly can smell out cancer, right? They can just go up and you hear these stories every once in a while. Oh, the dog would just come up and start licking my knee for no reason, and then the guy gets the knee biopsy and they find out he's got cancer there.
Yeah, and then think about how many people don't date a person because their dog didn't like that person, because they trust that their dog knew something that they didn't about that person, like they have darkness inside of them and the dog knows.
Let me try this. Let me see if my powers are still as good as they once were. 800-520-1067. Diana.
Hi.
Hi. I want you to think of the animal that I'm going to connect with, okay?
Okay.
I'm sensing the letter B. What is your animal's name?
My animal's name was Orion.
But he was a boy?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
That's right.
Good job, Klein.
Thank you. That's where I got the B. So we're on the same
That's where I
page.
got the B.
And I'm sensing I'm seeing a Chihuahua. I'm seeing a small to medium-sized dog.
Is that right?
No.
Hold on. I didn't
Not
finish.
a dog.
Okay. Well, that's why. Let me finish it. It's playing with a cat.
Okay. All right.
Orion is a cat.
He was a cat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Small
Wow.
cat. So look at what we've already gotten to. And Orion is no longer with us.
No.
Yeah, okay. And I am sensing that Orion passed very suddenly.
He did, actually.
Whoa.
Okay, here we go. And I'm seeing a car.
No car.
No, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing outside the KROQ studios now. Hold on one second. I'm seeing a lump.
Okay, that's kind of close.
Yeah, okay. Allie, stop laughing at her dead cat. I'm
not laughing at the cat.
I'm sensing a lump that ended up being
Totally fine.
no. This was not a lovely lady lump, Allie. This was a problem.
Oh.
What happened? The cat had cancer?
No, he actually
Right. No, I know.
had
Don't
a
tell
heart
me.
condition.
A heart condition.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
You just repeated what she said.
Don't worry.
You just have to do.
Here, I want you to know something. Your cat right now, this is the most important part of the whole reading. She's doing great.
Uh-huh.
And she's thinking about you right now. And she wants.
Boy. It's a he.
Oh, right.
Boy, B for boy.
Hold on. Shut
That's
up.
where you got the B.
He wants me to tell you that he's a she now in the afterlife. Okay?
That's what he truly
because
wanted.
it's Pride Month.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, for Pride Month. And listen, I don't know what this means, but I'm sensing a blanket. There's a blanket. I don't know if there was a blanket that she really liked, or a blanket that you like, or you've ever bought a blanket.
Yeah, I own multiple blankets.
Oh my God, crazy! I own multiple.
If you guys are not a believer yet, I mean, this is like.
Oh my God, let's see if you can do
got it, Klein. I think you did.
All right.
great.
Do you feel better now that you've been reconnected with whatever
his name?
whatever the hell?
100%.
Okay, good. All right.
That's nice.
All right, that's why we're here.
That's why
Thank
you do it, Klein, because you want to help.
I just
people.
want to help. I just want to help, Allie. I'm just a helper.
Give people closure.
Let me say hi to Rebecca. Rebecca,
Hey, good morning.
did you just hear the miracle that took place over the airwaves of KROQ?
I did.
Don't even tell me what kind of animal we're dealing with. I'm going to figure it out, all right? You thinking about your animal?
I am.
All right. Dead bird, right?
No.
Okay. A live dog.
Yes.
See?
Whoa.
And that alive dog did at one point bring a dead bird into the house, correct?
No.
You haven't found it yet. It's there. All the way back in 2023, that band right there played Coachella. We've got your Coachella tickets for the 2025 trip to the desert with Green Day, Lady Gaga, Jimmy World. There's so many bands on that lineup, and we will get you in exactly 5 minutes. All you got to do is just keep listening and be ready to call. The numbers you'll need are the same numbers we've given you every single day for the last who knows how many years. 1-800-520-1067. Perhaps you've never called, but today's your lucky day. We'll get to that after your news, which starts now.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, so obviously there have been a lot of updates this morning on the plane crash that happened over D.C., the helicopter that went into the flight path of the plane, and they are starting to kind of say, oh, we shouldn't speculate, but it's like the, hold on, let me get to this update in a second, because the
Omar, if you want to
Defense
stall, if you
Secretary-
need Omar to stall with some clarinet music,
Yeah,
we can.
I got it here. I don't know if you guys want it.
We need some hold music.
No, I got it, guys.
All right.
I got it. The defense secretary has said that there are no excuses. We're going to get to the bottom of this, and says a mistake was made during routine training on behalf of the military. So that's the latest in regards to how it happened. President Trump. Okay, you can go ahead.
He's just ready. It's just ready. Thank you. Maybe Omar, something fitting.
You can only do Twinkle Little
That's it, dude. That's all I got. What do you want from me?
Depending on the story Allie delivers, play the appropriate song that goes with the story.
Oh, my God.
All right, and now a moment. Come on, Omar.
Next story.
I was going to read part of Trump's statement that he made this morning.
Oh, he made a statement about it?
Yeah, he said, differences between Americans fade to nothing compared to the bonds of affection and loyalty that unite us all as Americans and even as nations.
All right, uplifting. Like that.
It's weird to hear him sound poetic.
Right, well, I'm sure he didn't write that.
Me? Yeah, I know.
No, not you,
Thank
Omar. Not you.
But it's
Trump.
it's nearly impossible for him to read something that somebody else wrote anyway.
Sure.
You know, so when these big things happen and you're like, okay, you know, we were waiting for a statement from the president, he's just such a non-conventional president that it seems weird to go to him in times like
Wait,
this.
that was his quote about the plane crash?
Yeah.
It doesn't even, I didn't even know that was about that. It seems so vague. What did he say? Say it again?
Differences between Americans fade to nothing compared to the bonds of affection and loyalty that unite us all as Americans and even as nations. This is really shaking a lot of people, including people, very sadly, from other nations who are on the flight for the family members back in Wichita, Kansas, here in Washington, D.C., and throughout the United Nations and in Russia. And then he goes on about Russia.
United Nations. I didn't even think we were part of that anymore. I thought he pulled us. Are we still in that or no?
I don't know. He's promising to work very diligently in the days to come to figure out support for the people who were affected and figuring out what happened. All right, Waymo is here to stay, and thieves are here to violate them. But after just a few short months on the streets of L.A., they're making a couple of updates. First, they're going to start expanding to 10 more cities. They're also ready to hit the L.A. freeways. And if you think about when you first started driving and your confidence level low, but excitement level very high.
Yes.
The first time you went on the freeway, I don't know about you, but for me it was absolutely terrifying. And thinking about robot cars hitting the freeways just feels like it's going to really change the way people behave.
I have so much
on the
more. I
101.
have so much more confidence in robot cars than people cars. I watch people drive. People
I agree,
driving,
but I think that people are going to be a-holes more so than ever when they're around robot cars,
I'm just
especially
curious
on the freeway.
if rideshare drivers, and if that's like, a side hustle or one of your main sources of income, if you are feeling angry about the Waymo takeover, if people are, does it hurt your feelings that people are opting for driverless cars?
Well, this is interesting as well. Tell me what you think about this. Another feature that has been leaked and has people a little pissed off is that there's potentially going to be a tip feature added to the Waymo.
I think when I was in one, I believe that option did come my way.
Oh, already?
I think so, yes.
They said that this is supposed to be for charity, but then it's like, yeah, it's for charity, but it's also for a big, large corporation to say, hey, we can do a tax write-off because we raised this much for charity.
Yep.
It's not really because they care.
Yes.
But how much are you going to tip if it's... Yeah, you're tipping for the service, but you're also tipping towards a charity, so you probably feel better about tipping.
You want to hear something even crazier, Allie? The next integration of these, they will have, the AI will be built in where you can actually pick to have legitimate conversations with a nobody. So you are in this driverless car, but you start missing this human interaction. So you will have the...
Do you want to hear about Rob's new screenplay?
Right. It's just going to be a bunch of AI talking about the projects they're trying to sell in Hollywood.
Juliet's new candle-making business.
So I'm just saying that is the next step, too, that if you want to pick conversation, or even if you just want to treat it as therapy for yourself and just be like, I'm telling you right now, I'm going through something at home, you will have a, quote, AI person listening and responding with
we go right
real...
back to taxi cab confessions.
You're right back at it. I love it. Can't wait. So that's the future.
Obviously, there's been a lot of bad news today with the plane crash, and any other day in the U.S. government, you feel like there's bad news coming. So I thought I'd share something good with you, especially because it's good real estate news, which I feel like is impossible to come by. And it feels more impossible than ever now to own a home. But women own more homes than ever before and are now outpacing men on home ownership in general.
Because they got them in the divorce.
That's right. No. Klein, according to a new study, single women own millions more homes now than single men in the U.S., despite the fact that they make statistically less than men do.
You know why that is?
Divorce?
Divorce! No, because we're spending all our money on the dates to try to woo you, and then you're just sitting there eating up the food for free, stockpiling your cash, buying homes, and we're going...
Another free pizza, cha-ching,
back
put
to
it into my
Cheesecake
savings.
Factory. I get it. All right, here's another Coachella alum. These guys have played the festival, I believe, 3 different times, most recently in 2017. How would you like to go? Be a part of the history of Coachella by going this year. Caller 20 now, 800-520-1067. Those tickets are next on KROQ.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Hell yeah, welcome to your prequend on a Thursday morning. We are Klein Alley's show. Tomorrow, right around this time, we're going to be sitting in the studio, but we'll be packing up, getting ready to head up the mountain. We'd love you to join us for Ditch Day back at Snow Summit. Come up with an excuse. We got more lift tickets to give you later on this hour. If you're not already in, some people are starting to get desperate now. It is open to the public. You can go up there. You can hang. I believe Tommy's Bar is, anyone could just walk in. We will have an area that you're also welcome to.
Yeah, but when you go to a place like Tommy's Bar and then you see other people with wristbands and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Why don't I have a wristband?
Yeah, it's fine. Just
you always get wristband shame.
Yeah, you find Jake or find Johnny or find Allie, find me. We'll make sure you're taken care of, right?
Oh, well, I don't think we should say that.
That's why we do it.
No, I think we should just, if you call in, then you'll get it.
Going to give away these Coachella tickets in just a second, but this is a fascinating message we received on the Goat Line that I think will answer a question that we've all had for a while now. Listen to this, Allie.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Jason from Lakewood calling. Longtime listener, way back with the Klein. Podcast listener here, so catching up a little bit. Also a former In-N-Out.
I think he's saying he's been listening for a while, I think. But
back with the Klein.
But listen, he's going to go ahead and he's going to solve a mystery that we've been talking about on this show for a while involving In-N-Out.
Also a former In-N-Out worker, so love the segment you guys had with Lindsay Snyder on there. As someone who worked at the store by the airport, I can tell you that, and this is a long time ago, part of the reason why it's probably better in Klein's estimation is
because she would not confirm or deny that is their, crown jewel, the In-N-Out by LAX.
Yeah, she said it was like picking a favorite child.
She wouldn't pick a favorite, but I'm telling you, I've eaten a lot of In-N-Outs, and I find that one to be the best one. Leaps and bounds. They're all great, but that one's particularly always great.
That was a training store for managers.
So listen to this. He claims that these are the best of the best. There's a reason why. These are all the people that are working on to be managers. So clearly, Allie, you've got like an all-star team working at that In-N-Out.
So not to say that necessarily the best of the best are funneled there, but the store manager who works there has to be essentially one of the best managers in the district.
I mean, I can taste it. Listen, you can't fool my tongue, my tongue and my stomach.
Your tongue?
My tongue.
You can't fool my tum-tum. My tum-tum, no.
Listen, I knew something's going on
there.
There's
a juicy burger tum-tum.
Shut up, you. There's something going on there, and I could taste it. And she played coy with us, but I could tell this guy's on.
Because he trains all other managers from other stores around.
That's right. They got the Phil Jackson there. They got
serving tum-tums all over the world.
They got the Pat Riley there, Allie.
Yeah.
They got the guy.
Not to mention the fact that because it is the airport, it is super busy. They always carry more workers. They are trained relentlessly. And just overall, as a company, the high quality expectation is there from day one.
Yes.
Again, love you guys.
Thank you.
If you guys want any more In-N-Out secrets from a former worker, feel free to hit me back up.
You better believe we do.
All right. See you guys later.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for all that information.
He really paused before secrets. He was like, if you want more In-N-Out
I'll
secrets.
take the In-N-Out.
Wait.
Hey, TJ.
Yo, what's up?
You want to go to Coachella?
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, Gaga? What do you mean?
3-day tickets are yours. Thanks for waking up with KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. Hold on, all right? KROQ, Klein Alley Show. More lift tickets coming up shortly here on KROQ.
Have you ever done like an official sympathy gift for somebody?
I sent you flowers when your cat died, and you made fun of me because they came in a bag instead of in a vase.
Yes.
Well, it's because you had a typo.
Oh, yeah. Thinking of you, Beth.
I did say I was thinking of them, Beth. Yeah, well, I thought it would autocorrect, so it didn't.
So I don't know why I'm asking you for advice.
Yeah, I love sending sympathy gifts.
So somebody in our family, extended family, her father just passed away.
I'm sorry.
And thanks, you're really good at this.
For you both.
I'm sorry for you, Bev.
Sorry for the Bev.
So I wanted to send her something, but I was like, should I send flowers, or is that kind of taboo now? Like, are people more creative? And I asked a few people, and they were like, oh, no, you can do sympathy soup. And I was like, what the hell is sympathy soup? And apparently people do this more now, where you send, like, really good homemade soup to them. Not stuff that you made, but, like, from a company.
To make them sadder?
Right. And I was like, that kind of seems...
no, you want a sympathy steak.
This could have been a sandwich.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, soup is not a great food to have when you're upset. I mean, when you're sick, yeah, that's perfect. But to have like a big vat of soup when you, like, your dad just died.
I have sent sympathy pizzas before to people, like because you can send pizzas from like New York City pizza places to people.
Like when someone died.
Yeah, not to the dead people, but to the
Well, yeah, that'd be a waste of money
to the friends or family. I'll be like, here's a pizza, and sometimes they don't even. Maybe that's the wrong gift. Maybe there are certain foods that are better for sympathy.
I sent a sympathy fruitcake once because this person
fruitcake.
Yeah,
it's worse than the death
from
itself.
the Kevin and Bean show. He loved fruitcake, and he had some tragedy happen in his family.
Code,
I forget
or did
exactly
he
what.
actually love fruitcake?
He loved fruitcake, and he was a bit of a fruit too. So yeah.
And did he?
But I sent it back. He loved it. He loved it.
Yeah. So other people were saying that they've given plants, like which seems like kind of a commitment, especially if you're grieving and in a hard, having a hard time, having something new to take care of.
People like to just feel like you thought of them, I guess. But I mean, I always think a meal is such a better option than.
Well, then I was thinking
100%.
I'm going to do a card with like an Uber Eats or some kind of gift card. Like, hey, just get yourself some DoorDash, or get yourself something delivered and don't worry about cooking.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Right. Take one little stress off their plate.
The only person that I texted the only person that I knew had their address, because I don't have this person's address. And I said, hey, do you have Rose's address? I'd like to send her some flowers or something because her dad died.
Her name is Rose?
Yeah.
So confusing.
I know,
the flower
right?
thing?
And then I feel even less like I should send flowers to somebody named Rose.
Just being mocked again? Stupid name?
Then the person responded, yes, I have my address.
Oh, no.
You're so sweet for wanting to do this, and I appreciate it. But as my dad would have said, save your money. Love you.
Oh, you sent it to the person whose dad died by mistake?
Because the person had a similar, also started with an R, and it like autofilled, and I didn't notice. So now what do I do? Because now they know that I'm going to send them something, and they also never gave me their address.
This is kind of a great El Cheapo hack right here, because now you've given them the feeling that you were thinking about them and were going to send something, and yet they've said now don't send anything. So you technically are doing exactly what they said, but they also go, wow, she thought of me and sent the message. I feel like this was intentional by you, because you
I really didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, right.
Well, then she also said her dad was a big gambler. He loved gambling, and he loved playing the slots.
Put a bet in for him on the Super Bowl. That's like an honor. In honor of, like, instead of doing a charity thing, like in honor of your father, I will be putting $50 on the over. It's like a sympathy bet, as opposed to.
I'm putting $50 on the over because he's under.
Right. Actually,
oh my God!
that's good, Jake.
That's good.
One of the most iconic music festivals in the world.
All right, music festival goers, the Coachella lineup is here.
Let's talk about Coachella.
This is going to be epic.
The Coachella lineup has just been announced. Headliners are Lady Gaga, Green Day, and Post Malone.
All week on KROQ, win a pair of 3-day passes to Coachella. April 11th through 13th and 18th through 20th. Empire Polo Club in Dio. Featuring.
Hey, this is Billy Joe from Green Day.
Green Day, Post Malone, Lady Gaga, Megan Thee Stallion, Travis Scott, Jimmy Eat World. The Prodigy, The Original Misfits, The Beaches, Reba Doobie, Joe, Basement Jaxx, and tons more. Listen at 9, noon, 3, and 6 to win your way in with 3-day passes to Coachella.
World Famous KROQ on the World Famous KROQ.
KROQ.
So, according to the text line, that makes
us truly
that
crazy.
makes us all crazy. We couldn't even get through one question without all fighting. This will really make you think about how you perceive the world and if you are a good, decent, upstanding citizen, or do you have psycho traits, tendencies, etc.
562 said, Allie, I do not believe you're a psycho. You're just overly critical and highly judgmental, but definitely not psychotic.
A lot of these questions are about how you perceive your own success versus other people's failure, and do you actually have any emotion as it pertains to other people, quote, losers, etc. in the world.
626 said that, even though Omar doesn't feel love is overrated, Omar's dad did.
Yep, that's right.
Yep, he sure did.
Got right out. All right, I have seen whoa, I just got oh, man. Just saw someone score on the show. Wow. That is, we may have to report that to HR. I'm not even kidding. All right, let's reveal the results now. Of course, if you'd like to take the quiz, we'll post the link up on our socials, Klein Alley Show. You can take it yourself. Great family event. Just gather up and around and figure out who in your family is the biggest psycho. Just a great thing to do on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, skip movie night and do this.
All right, let's see here. I got the results. Let's start with, you want to go lowest to highest?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Well, Omar said that he would be the lowest on the show. And even though a lot of people on the text line thought perhaps Omar would be the biggest psycho, he is perhaps the most normal, the least psycho, with a score of only 1.3 out of 5.
Wow.
Thank you.
He basically answered everything in the what would be considered the approved, but not only approved, but like the what you want a person to think and feel like. A good human. That's right, Jake.
Number 5 on the pussy scale.
You got a 5.
I also think, though, it's so funny because if I were to take this same quiz maybe 15 years ago, I think it would have been totally different.
I guess. Yeah, you got soft because you had kids and became a family man.
100%.
Omar did score a 9.4 on the pussy scale. Keep trying. All right. Next up.
Why aren't we doing that quiz?
I don't know where that one is. With a score of 1.6 on a primary psychopathy, but a very high 2.4 on her secondary psychopathy.
That's the worst one, I think.
Because there's two different ways these scores are broken down. There's your primary.
And the secondary is like, I get joy out of other people's pain.
Right.
Like, it makes me happy emotionally.
Vanessa, you finished second to last place.
What a liar.
So there, I don't. Maybe you, Vanessa, didn't understand the question. It's possible, right?
No, I understood. I was pretty neutral, or disagree a little, agree a little.
I think neutral on every question means
you're psycho.
Yes.
If you don't have an opinion.
You don't even have emotions. You're just like neutral, 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 neutral. That's apathy.
With a score of 2, Jake the Nerd.
Whoa.
Woo!
Is next up. He is an island unto himself. I can't believe they said that when he took the quiz. So
I think a lot of people would suspect Jake in a murder, but he would turn out to be innocent. Like, he'd be like, and then the alibi checked out because he was at a weird Magic the Gathering tournament.
So now we got. Did Johnny take this? No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did? I don't see Johnny's score here. I have. Oh, there it is. Johnny got a 2.4.
Oh, that's pretty
Johnny,
high.
you are a little bit of a narcissist. You are a Riz master. You are, of that generation that kind of puts themselves first.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't read like half of them because I was kind of rushing this a little bit. But, yeah, I think that's pretty good, though.
All right. Thanks for the honesty. Barely beating Johnny. Barely beating Johnny.
Who did half the quiz.
With a score of 2.6 would be yours truly, me.
Wow.
Which means, and I was pretty much even, which is interesting. It shows I had a 2.6 and a 2.5 on the primary and the secondary psychopathy
So you're
scale.
right in the middle, essentially.
So I'm just kind of like, at least both of those are similar. But with the resounding score, and maybe the highest score ever in the history of this quiz, higher than 84.7% of anyone who's ever taken this quiz.
Jesus.
Wow.
With a score.
Are you serious?
Of 3.5. Primary psychopathy.
I'm scared to be here.
Is the effective aspects.
You shut your mouth!
You have the effective aspects of psychopathy.
Stop yelling at me, boy!
A lack of empathy for others and tolerance for antisocial orientations.
Oh, I love antisocial orientations.
Your
Can I get more of
score, your
those?
secondary score was lower, it was a 1.7.
See,
Which,
that's what's important.
it's not.
Yeah, because the second one is what makes you truly crazy.
The official terminology for what you have according to this is crazy bitch. And
Look, I also, when I answered some questions, I was like, I'll just put like somewhat agree because I don't want to seem too crazy.
yeah, but you know that. So now, once again, what have we learned here today? Most of us are
Don't
good
mess
people.
with me.
Allie is a crazy psycho, and that's what we learned. We'll be right back with your ADD news from that psycho over there. Then we'll give you your first pair of tickets. They are coming up very soon. If you want to join us and see that psycho in person on Sunday, Bad Omens at the KROQ Spooky Space. That's all coming up next on. Klein Alley Show. Artemis. Like the way you kiss me. KROQ. If you'd like to join us tomorrow and you have an excuse on the ready, or you got the day off, or you just quit your job, or maybe recently got fired, well, hey, we'd love you to join us. Got some lift tickets for you right now at 800-520-1067. It's open to the general public. If you don't win, you can still show up. We'll be at Tommy's Bar up at Snow Summit. As that'll be starting around 1 to 3-ish, although we'll probably get there a little early, maybe stay a little late. Who knows? The most important thing is you get there so you can win all sorts of prizes, get some limited edition Klein Alley Show merch.
And that
KROQ
first shot
stuff.
you take really hits you in high altitude.
First shot on the high
I love that
altitude is
feeling.
great. And
You feel like you had like 4 drinks.
and also just the concept of adding booze to coffee is like one of those certain places it just hits right.
You're like, it's cool, I'm at a lodge.
Right. Right. This isn't pathetic. In my own kitchen, it's questionable, but in a lodge, it's acceptable.
Yeah.
So as long as you can see snow while you're doing it, that's one of those rules I would have.
Klein, what do you think is the most overpriced menu item in general? Like, if you go out to dinner, I know a lot of people are starting to plan their Valentine's Day stuff, and like, okay, if you're going to not overpay for certain menu items, what do you think is the biggest swindle that the restaurants are running these
Well,
days?
I think the biggest markup they get is on dinner in general, but I would have to think of the things that look the most expensive on the menu are always the steak stuff. I always feel like the steaks are the most expensive thing, but I also don't think that they're getting as much bang for their buck. I would argue it's in the appetizers. That's probably where some of the biggest ripoffs are, but it's also my favorite part of the menu is the appetizers.
I agree.
Always the best part of the menu.
Yes, and I was just looking at this list of like the most overpriced menu items that you should always avoid. And
Avoid why? Avoid because you're getting ripped off?
Because you're getting ripped off. Yeah.
Yeah, but you kind of know that going in, right? Like
some of the markups on these are 300%.
Yeah, but I mean, at some point, everything's got to balance out, right? So they make a little bit more. Like I know, like if you order a soda at a restaurant, you're a sucker, but every once in a while, you want a Coke.
Oh, really? You think you're a sucker for ordering a soda?
Yeah, because I think the cost of them to get the cost of the syrup and the carbonation and all that is probably 2 cents, 3 cents, and you're paying probably $5.
Well, chips and salsa is number 1 on this list because
chips and salsa should be a freebie. Who would order?
But that's why it's on the list, because why would you pay for something that a lot of other places would give you for free? And if you go to some other places, they're like, "Would you like chips and salsa?" Are like $8, and it's like literally less than $1 for them to make it.
Right, chips and salsa. The idea behind chips and salsa, like peanuts at a bar and anything else, is give them that salty stuff for free, and then they'll start drinking more, and that's where we make the real money. So in some ways, you go, oh, great, let's go to this place. They give us free chips and salsa. But then you don't realize you're going to buy 3 times more beer than you would normally buy.
Yeah.
Or you were going to go there and not drink, and now you're like, you know what, I'm going to get a drink.
Quesadillas also on this list because they're charging far more than they should for something that's essentially just a grilled cheese, but with tortillas.
But if you were to sit at a restaurant, I've done this before, and I go, I get so mad, usually with kids too, because that's what they want, mac and cheese and quesadilla. And I go, I can make that at home. I have that at home. And
I think about that too. I'm like, why?
Right. It's easy to make, A, and B, it's not like they have some sort of well-defined palate. So they're going to be just as happy
with
at
the crappy grilled cheese.
with the one I made at home that the one they're going to get at the restaurant anyway.
It's still going to get rock hard, and then they're going to eat it at home later. Actually, sodas were on this list, Klein. You can cost up to $4 before tip and tax, so it really is, there's no point in ordering the soda.
Yeah, but sometimes you just got to go out and shut off the El Cheapo part of your brain, Allie, and just and just be like, I'm out at dinner.
No,
she can't. Look at her; she's twitching. She's having a full-on seizure now.
Even if I know somebody else is paying, it's hard for me to do that.
Is there
because I think if I'm ordering stuff at a restaurant where it's a drink, I should be ordering a drink, like a hard drink, or like a bottle, or there should be. I should be getting the if I'm paying, then I might as well pay for alcohol. Not just a little sip. It's interesting that you never think, what do I want? I will get what I want. And if what I want, this is like when my mom was on for Mother's Day and she gave that advice about don't fill up on a muffin the size of your head. Remember that whole thing? Because she was all about if you go to a buffet, you don't want to fill up on the cheap stuff because then you lost the buffet. They won. You want to go to the stuff. You want to go to like the shrimp cocktail or the carving station. You don't waste. You fill shrimp
up on
cocktail, by the way, also on this list.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
As a ripoff?
Yeah, as a ripoff. But I don't think about what I want first. Katie will look at a menu, order what she wants, and then notice the price. And it's always the most expensive thing in that section or on the menu as a whole. I look on the right side.
You look at numbers first.
Yes, I look at numbers first.
And you'll see single digit. You go, I'll be having that. You scoot over, you go, oh, it's a side of salad dressing. All right, that'll be my entree.
Speaking of salads, the wedge salad is the most overpriced salad. Because if you think about it,
it's also delicious.
It's so good, though. But it's like, literally, you just get a head of lettuce, which is the cheapest thing at the grocery store. Cut it in a quarter, and then put some little crap on top of it. And you're like, woo!
Don't call bacon and blue cheese little crap.
That's good crap.
That's the best
there's
crap.
not a whole lot on there besides bacon, blue cheese, tomatoes, and blue cheese dressing.
No, but it's funny. It's funny that Allie, you would go, I like the wedge salad more, but I feel like I'm not getting enough bang for my buck, so I'm going to get this salad I like less because there's more.
I'm like, there's like salmon in this salad.
Ugh.
Or like, this will fill me up more. I know that I'm going to get full because it has quinoa in it.
Would you just for one day try? I know it'd be hard for you, but I'd like you to live one day where you just don't think about it. Like, I know it's been so ingrained in you.
Even for my birthday dinner, I knew 100% I was not paying, and we were at a nice place.
You didn't get what you wanted.
I didn't get a steak because it was like $60.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm not getting a steak. It's $60. I'm not going to make them pay $60 for my steak.
Well, you really are a full-time El Cheapo, and it's incredible that you're unable to escape from that because it is in you. It is in your DNA. Tell me that fried calamari is not on the list.
It's not on the list.
Thank God. Because that feels exotic, and it feels like they had to really...
It feels exotic.
Yeah, it feels like they had to really work for that.
You know something, though, that I will splurge on that's probably not worth a lot of money, but costs a lot is burrata.
Oh, you'll spend extra for that?
Yeah, that's like that big pillow of cheese, and it's all soft, and you dip the bread in it.
Hey, Kim?
Yes?
You are caller 20. Save that...
I've been trying all week.
All right, well, worth it. Save that energy. You're going to need it as we get to high altitudes tomorrow. You will have lift tickets and some wristbands, and we'll see you at Snow Summit for Ditch Day, all right?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. You got an excuse on the ready, or you don't work?
I actually have the day off. I'm a county employee. We're always off.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
County
I wanna
employees.
do that.
That seems like a good gig right there. All right. Well, join your other friends who work for the county, because I guess everyone's got the day off, so we'll be having some fun up in the mountains tomorrow. Details on the socials at Klein Alley Show.
Look at this.
Dude, we're in like Colorado.
KROQ. World Famous Klein Alley Show. KROQ. 106.7 FM. Mornings on KROQ.
Hi, Klein and Allie. I listen to your show in the morning when I go to school, and I love you guys. Sweet babies.
K-Rock, Klein Alley Show, going to wrap it up. Apparently, Beer Mug is going to be in here for Nicole Alvarez. You got that to look forward to, or not. That'll be starting. Clogs himself will be joining us in the K-Rock studio, which means the bathrooms in K-Rock today will probably not be working appropriately either.
And remember this.
I have what doctors call a leaky penis.
How could we forget?
Always a good reminder.
That is it's one of the worst parts about not having him here every day is we can't play that constantly and watch him get angrier and angrier every time it plays.
You'd hate that.
It's funny that you have that on the ready, just in case I mention he's filling in for Nicole Alvarez. We don't have
I love penis.
That's right. Thank you, Beer Mug. Well, anyway, you can talk to him
loves them. He's got a leaky one.
You can talk to him all about it. He'll be in here.
I was born with a penis, but you'd never know it to look at me.
Was that AI?
I'm gay.
I think we wrote some stuff for him to say that we said was for something else. I think we gave him a fake endorsement for a erectile dysfunction place, and he read it. We got all those clips.
Yep. Great.
Yeah, we should do that again.
Totally.
All right. Well, anyway, he's going to be in here 40 minutes.
That's great because he takes himself so seriously.
40 minutes nonstop K-Rock and more of that.
I have what doctors call a leaky penis.
Oh, we know. We've heard about it.
Oh, great. Yeah.
It's a very technical term.
If you call and get the Coachella tickets at noon with him, please mention his leaky penis.
Yeah.
He will love it.
Oh, my God. And then I know that he will find some way to not put that on the air, but please make sure it gets on the air.
All right. Takeaways from today's show before we get the hell out of here. Reminder, tomorrow's the big day, ditch day. Back at it again, Snow Summit. Love you to join us. If you won lift tickets, great. If you didn't, still come up, hang up, say hi, hang out, say hi, whatever. We got drinks, some merch, some shirts, some tickets, and we'll be at Tommy's Bar, Snow Summit. It's a good place to hang. We did it last year. We'll do it again.
818 said that we should call into Loveline and play the leaky penis clips.
That's a great idea. Yeah. When are they taking calls at Loveline? Loveline's back on the K-Rock.
Hello? I have what doctors call a leaky penis. All right, well, let's talk about that. I'm gay. Okay.
Hey, Omar, make that happen. Make that happen on Loveline. Loveline, Sunday nights back on K-Rock.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's make it happen. All right, takeaways from today's show. What do we got?
Okay, let me see. There's tons. Okay, 818, my takeaways. You can't fool Klein's tum.
Can't fool my tum. I know what's going on with that In-N-Out by the airport.
Let's see. 626, my takeaway is now testify.
Yeah, it was a great little song between DJ Omar Khan and Jake the Nerd earlier.
Yes.
Jake, Omar, if you missed it, he played a full song with his clarinet, his New Year's resolution, forced resolution. That's available on the podcast, although we did get a few texts that said kids were crying and dogs were trying to claw out of their own house. So just so you know.
And 562, my takeaway is 626, my takeaway is Allie buys everything in rack form.
Yep.
It's a lesbian thing. And 562, my takeaway is now introducing exotic dancer How Sausage is Made.
Yeah, Tom Morello, thanks for stopping by and sharing so much information with us, including your male stripper name, Sausage is Made. Allie, got a takeaway?
My takeaway is we don't love repeats on this show unless you're repeating a grade.
That's all you got to do. Everyone on the show has apparently repeated a grade. Vanessa has done fourth grade 6 times.
Twice.
She's still the size of a fourth grader. That's why. They just keep, eventually, when she grows...
Repeat it, because I guess you're just not growing.
Yeah. Go ahead. You got to take away DJ Omar Khan.
Oh, yeah, my takeaway is that this is a very interesting segment.
Very interesting segment. Well said.
That's such a nice way of saying I hate this.
And,
what are you guys doing?
And let's say hi to Jake the Nerd. Final takeaway of today's show.
Nepal is just like Burbank.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Nepal and Burbank, similar airports. All right, have a great day. We'll do it tomorrow. Try to do it better. If you need us in the meantime, Go line's open for you now, 844-956-GOAT. You can slide in the DMs, Klein Alley Show. Check out the show on YouTube, getting posted shortly. Grab that podcast. Bye.
That they feel that that you know they feel that
Oh, hello. I didn't recognize you watching right there. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Thanks. You know, you're right. It is a wonderful Thursday morning. A lot of great stuff happened today. Well, why I have the hoodie on, you may ask? No reason at all. I just wanted to wear it. But thank you for noticing, though. Oh, wait. Oh, in my hands right here? Oh, yeah. Well, that's a bag containing a cassette tape and some CDs, which used to belong to Effin' Kevin's old Aircheck mixtape. Back in the day when they used to put these on goddamn cassettes, bro. Look at this. Old Kevin Klein mixtapes and Airchecks from back in the day. I might be in the process of maybe another batch of digitizing some old Airchecks. You guys love the Airchecks. These ones are the ones that gave us hot women bathing in oil. Come watch them wrestle. Big girls with big boobs. All came from these tapes. I've also got, let's see, another Kevin Klein with his old New York phone number on there from like 2002. Let's see, Kevin M. Klein commercial VO demo. So this is like back in the day, I guess like you couldn't email your stuff. You had to like put it on CD or DVD or a cassette tape. And let's see what this one is. VH1's 40 most awesomely bad breakup songs. So this was like a thing he was featured on. And I watched one of these old ones before too. This one in particular had the comedian Nick Kroll, and it also had Booker, the other guy on air. Vanessa. So maybe we'll go through another batch of old Klein's old mixtapes and stuff, which is interesting though, because Klein's the only one that's got them. Jake has them too, and he keeps asking us to go through his old mixtapes and stuff, but nobody's. I think we're good on that. We are good on that, so we'll go through those. Maybe sometime in the future. Hey, tonight is Live Aid, Fire Aid, Live Aid. Ooh, who's going to that? Are you guys going? I think they have the pre-sale for not pre-sale, early merch purchases open right now. So if you want to go down and get a shirt, I was thinking about it because those shirts are actually going to be like iconic, and it's a timepiece most definitely because one, it's a natural disaster, and it's a huge event that happened in LA history, and then two, it's just going to be really sick though because it's like, you know, there's the Woodstock shirts that probably I don't think exist actually. There's Live Aid shirts, there's Fire Aid shirts. Concert benefit shirts just hit way more better than actual. Way more better. Double negatives. Way more better than regular concert tour date shirts. So I'm pretty sure all the proceeds benefit and go towards the fire victims. I saw that on Instagram. So I would cop a shirt. That's a proud $40, $50 I would actually spend and go help some fire victims. Because I wasn't going to buy a ticket. That's $350 I don't got to be spending on that. And the only act I really wanted to see was No Doubt. You know, I'm very blessed to say that I was able to see, I've seen most of those artists on both lineups in the past year just from working at this wonderful establishment. So No Doubt was the only one I haven't seen yet. So that's the only one I want to see. And, you know, you believe in God or anything, send some prayers up to Kevin M. Klein. He's going to have his colonoscopy, which is really, bro, let's talk about that really quick. That fact that somebody has to shove a tube up your ass and it's a camera and they're examining the inside of you. Bro, I'm not down for that. I'm not about that. I don't want anybody sticking anything inside of me, especially if it's a camera for a colonoscopy. Let me have the disease. Let me have whatever.
Don't say that.
I'm not having some stranger. I don't care if he's a doctor or not. I don't care if he's a trained whatever. I don't want somebody, you know what I mean? I'm not having somebody do that. And also, too, I'm not having somebody lube up a stick and boom. Not me. Not me. Exit only, dude. Exit only. I don't want any of that happening to me. And I'm pretty sure by the time I am 60 or whenever you need to have this stuff done by like 40, 50, in the next 20 or see, I'm 26, 5 right now, 26. Yeah, in about like 20 years, they're gonna have some new technology where they could just like hover a camera over my belly or whatever and be like, "Yep, there's last week's nachos. That's his heart," and then boom, oh, there's the disease. Or like, oh, boom, he's got nothing. That'd be more preferred than having somebody stick something. Boom. Not having that. So Klein's going to go under, I think, next week. So Prayers out to Klein. He'll be okay. It's going to be routine. I'm sure he's going to be totally fine. They're probably going to say he has like eczema or something like that, or maybe he's not eating enough fiber or something. So I'm sure he's definitely going to be fine. And also too, time you cheaped out on a date. Talked about that today. I've heard a lot of people say that popcorn story. I'm an avid AMC Stubs member, so I go almost every Tuesday, even if the movies are ass. It's just fun to go. Movies and movie theaters are so fun, dude. I effing love movie theaters. I love AMC. I love going in and being with all the people and just hearing like the people laugh at stuff I wouldn't laugh at home, because I don't think a lot of movies are very funny. Or like some scenes like I don't even think to laugh at that, like, oh, they're laughing at that. Oh, maybe that was a funny scene. Maybe that just went right over my head. And then I love popcorn, bro. I'm a slut for popcorn. I love no butter, no salt, any of that. Just pure regular popcorn. I got big hands too. I go like a big claw and I just love that shit. I fucking love popcorn. And the movies are only $7. Seen everything. Seen Bike Riders, Baby Girl, Nosferatu, all those good movies. Bob Dylan. I saw Bob Dylan 4 or 5 times in theaters already. It's a good movie. I love it. So the cheap out on a date, you could go fishing and get a popcorn bag out of the trash, but everything's so like free. Like the theaters are just so happy to have you. Oh yeah, when I used to sneak food in the theater, they don't care what you really do. They're just happy you're there. You know, it's like, we got your $17 or whatever it costs for a ticket, $18 full price. Like, sneak a whole damn Olive Garden menu in. I don't care. They're not going to do much. So yeah, like going ahead and like pulling a box out of the trash, so you could just go and ask. And like, there was like one time where I literally walked up to the counter. I think I was sneaking in. It was the time I snuck in ribs. I wasn't going to eat ribs throughout the whole movie. I had to decide, and I walked up to the counter. I walked up and told the guy, the most chillest kid. Keep in mind, the people that work at AMC are like some chill shithead 17-year-olds or like 20-year-olds like me. They don't care. They don't get paid enough to care. They see somebody like me walk up, and I'm like, hey, bro, like, I dropped my whole box of popcorn. Can I just get like a box of popcorn? Or can I get another box? And they're like, yeah, sure. Do you want me to fill it with popcorn? Yeah, that'd be cool. Thanks. Oh, dude, you're chill. Thank you so much. Da-da-da. Easy. Saved myself like $11 right there, because the popcorn's $11. Same thing with drinks too. They have the water cups there because they know everybody's a cheap ass, and they know they don't want to spend $5 on a large ass cup of diabetes right here that you're gonna fill with like Coke or like some nasty ass orange soda or Slurpee. They know you're not gonna spend that. They got water cups ready. The water cup's like this big, yeah, but it's like, still, you go and take your free little cup, walk over to the machine, get that cherry Slurpee, mix it in with the blueberry frost. Maybe if you're a little zesty, add some Coke. Boom. You have your own fucking Neapolitan Slurpee. Chug that shit when you're in the theater. Or if you're smart, what I do, I go and get like 2 or 3 cups. Hey, can I get 3 water cups? 3 water cups is the equivalent of a normal sized drink, dude. That's a full ass drink. And it's free. They're never going to charge you for a water cup. It is water. It is your, what's it called? Unalienable right? It is your humane right. What I'm trying to say is water's free. It's your human, water's free. It's going to be free everywhere. So they're never going to deny you that. So that's your homework. If you're going to go to a movie this year or this week or whatever, go get like 3 water cups. Just ask them for like 2 to 3 water cups. And you got to ask the chill kid. You can't ask like the older, like mid-30s or early 30s dude that looks like he takes his job way too seriously. Don't ask that guy. That guy's going to play by the rules and stuff. You got to go find the shithead young kid who looks like they don't give a fuck about their job, whatever. Not getting paid enough to care. Go ask them. Be like, hey, like my kid tore their bag. Can I get another popcorn bag? Or, hey, I dropped my box and it's all on the floor. Can I get another one? What are they going to have you go pick up all your popcorn and prove it? They're just going to give you another box. So just go do that. Try it. And if you do it and they do give you a popcorn, tag us on Instagram at Klein Alley Show. We'd love to regram you. Prove a point. That's another little tidbit secret for all you net bangers out there. Tomorrow's the big day too. So please come. Even if you don't have a ticket or you're not, you didn't win or whatever, just come. Just come. It's going to be a great time. I'd love to see all you guys there. We'd love to see you guys there. We're bringing the digital camera. We're bringing the videos. Everybody's going to be there. Vanessa's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Klein, Alley, Jake. Everybody's going to be there. It's going to be a great time. Big chill hangout. There's going to be food and drinks, I believe, too. I saw them bringing in Chick-fil-A, Burger King, and I think Wahoo's Fish Tacos, and I think we're even catering Wood Ranch too.
Okay, he's telling lies.
I think we're
These
catering.
are all lies.
Have you guys ever heard of Fogo de Chao? Yeah. Fogo de Chao is coming too. They're bringing something. Morton's Steakhouse said they wanted to drop off some mac and cheese and mashed potatoes too. And I even think Martinelli's just sponsored the event. So when you come to the event too, we're going to have free bottles of apple cider for everybody that shows up. And then I also think too, Green Day might perform too. I think they're coming down the mountain and they're going to play. And then also, Tom Holland was DMing us too. Mr. Spider-Man himself. Yes, he wanted to come. He might bring Zendaya, might not. I don't know. You might have to come and see. You're not going to want to miss the chance to see Spider-Man, Green Day, Martinelli's apple cider, Fogo de Chao mac and cheese, and Wood Ranch barbecue and breadsticks, all in one afternoon, on top of Snow Summit, 1 to 3 p.m. with all of us. We will see you there. Don't say we didn't warn you. 224 is on its way. We'll see you later. Bye, guys. Peace. Justin, take it away, baby.